said you can park your car in the back. Is it okay if I want to move your car? I just need my car, no man. I need my car, no man. Okay. Please. Do you want to move your car? Is it okay if you move your car? I don't lose my job. I don't know. I know what I'm talking about, car, please. Answer. Do you want him to talk traffic with the staff? Yes, please, man. I've done my whole life, man. Let me please, man. I got kids that go to school, and I got things, man. Oh, man. It's hard.
The woman was arrested and charged with domestic violence. If found guilty, what do you think would be a fair sentence? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.
Who's to say you got to leave again and she hurt me? I mean, I already have threats that she's going to have something over. I mean, that's happened before.
On September 30th, 2024 in Ohio, police responded to a domestic dispute involving a couple. The victim reported fearing for his life, alleging that his girlfriend had threatened to have him murdered.
So we woke up this morning and we were doing something and then just out of nowhere just come into the house like, ever since then I just keep getting threats and all types of stuff to the point of from my girlfriend. And we had a schedule in the house. We basically put the kids in their room with the baby gate, just give mom and daddy some time and stuff. Even though they're not my kids, I clean them because their dad's locked up. He hasn't been there for them. And so problem is, I've had multiple trips. My dad came here a couple of days ago and punched me in the face. I made a police report about it. They didn't do anything because there was no physical proof. So there's a report on that. There's multiple reports on the brother. I just keep getting these threats and things don't go away. And I'm to the point because her dad already put his hands on me that I'm not feeling safe in this house. And they removed her for threats before.
How long have you been together?
Almost a year.
Just recent or just been a whole like history?
These have all been recent.
What's going on?
Apparently she loves me enough that certain days I have to have certain time to myself, so I put the kids in their room and let them have time. They got a TV, well, had a TV, I took it down all the way. Watching and stuff, my TV. So I didn't want to get that content or anything, so I did this one. So everything drove up to the fact that she's always saying I'm treating her kids wrong. And I don't understand. Because last time I checked, I put them in their room behind the gate for their safety. I don't want to get into things, trash the house, and all that other stuff. They were just lost. Nina's almost 2 and the other one's going to be 4. Okay. So I never put my hands on her kids, never put my hands on her. So I don't understand how I'm treating these kids like this. I don't get it. And it's all because when she don't get what she wants her, she's in these attitudes, she just runs it to anybody and everybody. And now I have all these people that she's supposedly saying that she's going to pull up and everything, and I'm calling the cops and all types of stuff. Like, I'm not, it's all I do is the legal way. If it's not the legal way, I don't want part of it.
Nothing physical?
No. Just and I already told the landlord about all this, I would rather have it be removed with all these.
So you lived there first?
No, we both got it together. But the problem is now I'm constantly getting these threats.
so mad because she feels like you're treating her kids different.
Yeah, and it's like I don't understand. All because I put them behind a gate every once in a while and stuff to the point. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, I mean, you're not doing anything.
They have beds, they have TVs, they have a TV. They can speak to it because the door's not shut.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Exactly. So I don't know how much. And I keep getting all of this stuff constantly. So I messaged the landlord because I looked it up. And I sent a picture to him just to tell him, just if he says anything, oh, well, that's not true stuff, type stuff. I even said yes. I even looked it up and said yes. If someone is threatening your safety or breaking the law, you should call the police even if you haven't. And then it says, inmate to proceed to the eviction proceedings to avoid liability.
How many live here?
I lived here only almost, on the 8th, I think it'd be 2 months. And constantly, just because you don't get her way, and I even explained it to you, you didn't see a problem with that. So I don't see what
You live with her, you know, it means that's the.
So I told the landlord straight out, like, I don't feel safe with her being here no more. The cops aren't going to meet her once. And I thought when we came to our agreement after our sincere conversation, I bring her back, give her the key back, and she wants to sit there and still threaten me, have dad over here hitting me and shit. And I'm not going to tolerate it. There's only so much you can push someone to the edge. And I don't want to do shit the illegal way, that's why I call it. And every time I call the cops, all she says, oh, you're just, and all this other stuff. Like, I'm getting sick of it. So, cops told me to keep our distance until the cops are here and everything else, so I just bring it back. And there's nowhere else I can really go. This is my only home.
What are you interested in? I mean, what would you like to see happen today?
I would like to see her move me. I mean,
Can't really do that. Yeah, I don't know what, but you can't really move something from that home unless for whatever reason.
I don't know what to do because even when you guys do, you should just keep doing it again. And it's constant.
I understand your dilemma. I do.
Like, I'm a disability person. You think I can defend myself?
Right. So, you just tell me that this feels, he keeps getting built by the girl and the other. They don't have kids together, but she does, and that's why you call him. You can keep his distance over here. I've got her son, if you want to get in here, find out what's going on. What's your name?
No, it's her. I'll release her.
Do you know what they're doing?
Yes.
Usually if her kids coming and a house here, she get out and stuff and move out.
Yeah. She did move. And then I tried to be civil. I tried to bring her back and communicate and try and work on a relationship, but here we are again.
That's what you want to see done. You want to just the house. I said, well, that's, and that's have a good reason, which would be if she's arrested. But other than that,
Right.
You on? Want some, Kevin?
It's just an argument. I don't know why you keep calling it an argument. It's just an argument. It's patient. I don't know why you keep calling it. Like, it's annoying.
So the verbal, nothing
It's
physical?
just verbal, nothing physical. I don't know why it's like, because I threatened you. Oh, okay, it didn't happen. I mean, what can I do? I'm a female. You threatened him, so of course I'm threatening him with something. Like, I mean, I'm a female. But yeah, that's it. He's just calling her all kinds of stuff. It's just an argument.
So you're gonna told, he threatened you first, and then you, like, hit you?
No. It's just like I said, it's an altercation. Every relationship goes through that. So that's all it is to it. There was no hitting, no nothing like that. And he told all about you just leave him. I don't want his lease. I don't have to leave. He has a car. He can go somewhere for a couple hours or something. Like I don't drive. He does. So he has an option. I don't have no option.
There's my best friend now, you guys. Take some time and chill out.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has a car. He can go drive somewhere and chill out or something. I They've been on the lease as well. Yep. As I said, if you want to solve it, I mean, he had the option. He had the car. He could go drive it for a couple hours.
You know, there was kids for a little bit come off.
It's dumb stuff, if that's my opinion. If you call it. It's dumb. It's a waste of your guys' time and things. Like, for real, over a argument. Okay, nothing happened, words was exchanged. Okay, words are gonna be words, as long as nothing happened, I mean, nothing was done, nothing happened, so,
If you're getting some more information about it.
for a few months now, or at least
3-4 months now.
That's nothing. I'm sick of hearing it. Talk about I don't gotta do that for because they ain't my kids and blah blah blah. Like that's annoying. We're in a relationship together. It's plus people, not just let my kids go. I don't want to do it like that. Like I'm not like that. If I'm in a relationship with you, it's gonna be my kids too, not just me. Yeah, alright, step up.
I don't know what his story is because we got here later at all stuff with the other officers. Typically, like he said, it'd be best for if someone takes out a little bit, so they don't go down.
Well, they always every time they come on, they tell me about I had a like no, he has a car. He can go drive it and leave. Like I have no car. I don't need to leave.
I don't have that.
That's why when I called him last time, the cop up there, he was like, I thought he was moving or something, because when he came last time, he was arguing everything, I moved everything out. But I ended up coming back and he's like, well, I thought he was doing like, I'm crazy. Like, I don't have to go open, like, he's originally got this place for us with my taxes, so I don't have to go do it. When he just made that smart comment, that's when he goes, you know, I thought she was doing, like, I don't have to go nowhere.
I mean, we can't make him leave either.
That's what I'm saying, like, like, at this point, it's just keep our distance, and that's all I'm saying. It's never a problem, so I'm back to work. Or driving, or something, whatever you need. But you know, I don't have a car, so
In the long term, I mean, if he doesn't want to, either one of you want to, like, willingly move to the office, then I talk to the landlord, if he might have to wait until the lease is up, or they might get a work somehow. That's, landlord issue. But yeah, our suggestion would be for him, hey, walk, drive, whatever, pull up, just so you guys are like, you can't force it. Sound you guys like, no, I'm not leaving.
well, that's cool.
Just try to stay away from each other.
Alright.
And anything does start out, sometimes just get out the phone and start, obviously it's something you can do with your hand calls. But,
Yes, I always say, why you talk about over a little ass argument over a threat or something. It's a little ass argument. Y'all wasting their time. They got better shit to do out here. You come here over an argument on your phone. It's a petty ass argument. You got like 4 cops, 3 cops there. I mean, for what? It's not like we get over and over.
we'd rather show up before anything actually happens.
Right.
We can maybe like figure out a solution before something does escalate to where, but hopefully that's,
You know, when you're mad or something, you just talk shit out your ass, right? When you're mad, oh yeah, I'm gonna have someone beat your ass or something. When you're mad, of course you're mad, you're an idiot at that moment. But our reality, my talking, no. Come on.
we'll probably eventually do something. Try to figure something out. Do that, verbal, that kind of better, physical. She doesn't want to leave. She has the car, he can leave. I'm like, oh, we got nothing better, so. So he's staying here, and we're like, well, just away from each other, and
She got me.
man, that's good.
She's on the same thing. I said we can make a leave. I mean, it's kind of messed up, maybe. But what's your final one then?
Yeah,
After the police left, Both called for assistance again just a few minutes later.
So he called this time. He called this time. What's going on?
We both called.
You both called? Okay, what's going on?
All I did was go in the bedroom. I told her I wanted to just get some space in the bedroom. So I started getting my things, and she had her clothes in the tote that was mine, so I packed it out and everything else just because I wanted to put my things in. Well, she came out or started running around and stuff and everything else and saying you behavior all you want and blah blah blah, and then she threatened me again and I have it on video.
Yeah.
I did. I want to kiss this one before I talk to her. I told her Saturday she was going to do it. So now I have proof that she threatens me.
You do. So, I know that we told you to take some time. I think was anywhere that you could drive for a little bit because you got the car and you could just go to the store or something just to cool off a little bit.
Not really anything I need. I'd like to just go in the house and have peace, but I can't.
I get that, but
Even the sergeant said that if I had a recording with proof of threats and stuff, then it would be handled. So that's what he told me to do. That's what I did.
once he's done talking, I'll talk with him and see where to go from there.
I'm not going to keep living here with this. I'm not. This is like 6 times I called you out here for threats and all this other stuff and threatening me to have people come over and do it and everything else. But I'm getting sick of it.
Have you guys, like, I hate to say it, but not separating at all? And
We did that once. The house told her to move last time, but I was trying to be a nice guy and just move her back and try to get over it. And it's just not.
so are you guys, like, together right now, or are you guys,
I don't know at this point.
that's fair.
I don't know at this point. And all she's going to do is keep me in ignorant if we're broken up living in this house.
Probably. If that would be up to you, that you want to do, and find somewhere else, you know, to, like, get it to stop, but, like, I get it's hard, and, like, you love somebody and have seen that. Like, just for, like, your safety and stuff, because you know they're fighting all the time.
Well, here's the thing. The threats actually happened in physical abuse. Just like her dad. A few days ago I had to report him because he put his hand through my window while I was sitting. He just randomly came out, told his daughter that he was coming out to smoke, instead he came up here and punched me in the face. I mean, and who's to say he got hit again and she had someone pull up and actually hurt me?
It's true.
I mean, I already have the threats that she's gonna have some over. I mean, and it's happened before. What's she said?
That's in half an hour, and I'll have them later. Here, turn around. It's running in.
Because he's right me, like I just said, he gassed out and get rolling and running down my stuff.
He's got it on the corner. Yeah, all we hear is you. We don't hear it.
Because like I said, he threw my stuff on the ground and I'm like, he threw his stuff on the ground and he said, and then he came and threw us on the ground and that's when I started screaming, gaslighting me.
You turn around, face away from me.
Gas was going back into it.
When,
I was about to leave in a minute to him. Can I use to leave the property?
We can't. physical, we have to rest. We are going to add one
Put your hands above your head. Release your fingers. Face away. Spread your feet above your head. Spread your feet above your head. And release your fingers.
If we don't do anything and then something escalates, then
Even if she just leaves and come to her mother's house, or
and that was when we were out here the first time. That was the option. Hey, we can't make either one of you leave. That's the best bet because then nothing can happen. You won't be here. He won't be here. One or the other. You guys are separated. No one wanted to leave.
Obviously, the cops was over the other day to the situation that happened with him and her and her dad. So clearly, he is. He's alive. If you guys would put that up your dad, because her dad did something to him because he's alive.
What will help with that?
And I'm down with her. Listen, I'm fine.
And I mean, I get it, but yeah, unfortunately, he was recording. This got her threatening him, like our music.
The woman was arrested and charged with domestic violence. If found guilty, what would be an appropriate sentence? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.
On the evening of October 21st, 24, Vice President Kamala Harris had just finished up a rally in Fort Field, Wisconsin, energizing a crowd for her presidential campaign. But as her motorcade made its way to the airport along I-94, a vehicle driving in the wrong direction approached, narrowly missing the convoy by just feet. After passing 29 vehicles involved in the escort, a Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputy at the rear of the motorcade quickly stopped the vehicle, identifying the driver as 55-year-old Wayne Wacker, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated. Upon making contact, an open Miller Lite beer can was clearly visible in the center console.
Is he? I think he's got him. This kid's got him. You guys ID and everything? Are you gonna try ID on you, sir? What? You gonna try ID on you? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need that. Is it in here? Your ID's in here? I don't think so. Where are you coming from tonight, my boss? You don't know? Clearly too much to drink.
One of these Hondas have the, you scared me. These are the what?
Hondas with those doors that open like a Rolls Royce.
Oh, a Honda Element.
Yeah.
They have suicide doors? I never knew that. But they're on the rear though. They're not on the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want the pilot car know it's fucking R1.
See, okay, no, that's what I did say. Because I said the only thing I know of is that they would have a car that has the rear doors that would open that way like a truck would. So they do. It is like a truck, but it's a little SUV. I wanted one of those too. It was either the Scion, the Nissan Cube, the Scion XB Cube car, or it was a Honda Element that I really wanted as my first car. Because I was, like I said, I wanted a little mini box but on wheels. Yeah. Where is it?
So remove your seatbelt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, man, we're gonna go back this way, okay? Yeah. Just gonna keep an eye on you, man. You're kind of steady on your feet, okay? We're gonna walk this way, alright?
Yeah.
Right here. Where you coming from, man? Huh? Down south? You know you could kill somebody, right? I'm going the wrong way in traffic, man. Very busy highway here. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. How much have you had to drink today? Couple beers. Couple beers? How long ago? Tonight? Okay. What's your name, man?
Wayne.
Wayne? Wayne what?
Wacker.
Wacker. Alright, man. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna just do a series of physical breaks just to make sure that you're okay to drive, okay? Is that something you're willing to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so some other people want to come talk to you and then we're gonna get that process started, alright? Yeah. Alright.
You got a PPT? I'll go start the picture. Okay.
Alright, Wayne, how about you lean against this wall right here for me, okay? There you go.
Still have one. We'll need your, we'll need your PPT.
Wayne, what's a good telephone number for you?
Due to the nature of the incident, U.S. Secret Service agents responded to the traffic stop to speak with Wayne.
So like I said, man, some people want to come talk to you, okay? And then we're gonna go through the other process. What's gonna happen next, okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna want you to perform some full sobriety test for me and make sure you're okay to drive, all right? Yeah. Okay.
So that's gonna be it right here.
You.
Guys wanna hop over? Wanna bring him over here? Sit right there, that's the driver right there. He's tank. He'll open intox in the car. He's tank. So.
this info? Fill out this info right here.
Hey, do you remember where you got on the freeway at? Yeah, right down the road. Right here? Oh. Okay. Where were you? Like, where were you headed from? Do you remember? Yeah. Where were you coming from?
I'll print it out. I'm just gonna make sure. He's gonna print it out for you. He's gonna give you a printout with all this information. Okay.
Oh, down a gay bar down there. Gay bar downtown, or like where? Yeah. No. Well, if you take 25th, that's it.
You can spin it up left. You can just get right back on. We'll go. Sounds good. Hey, look, somebody else was making a violation or something. This is more right?
That's what I said. Keep doing it. Dude, it's like the third one they did. Come on, bro. Especially when they're moving, like, bro, come on. Especially like this.
This is the reason why.
Yep. Alright, Secret Service all good?
They're coming back. They were gonna talk to you.
Oh, okay. Alright, I was gonna get these fields going.
No, yeah, just like they're gonna sit around at 25th.
Yeah, I'll take it, bro. It's nice, bro. Is it in the center council, or where was it at? It's there. It's there? Okay.
I'm trying to be the more steam patrol.
Secret Service. Okay, come on. What? See a bunch of cars go by, they're going the wrong way? Yeah.
Literally, Kamala's motorcade was going down the highway, and he went the other way.
Oh, I remember this. Was he the one that spray painted the...
No. No, because he literally left the bar and he's just super intoxicated and literally was driving on the wrong side of the highway while the motorcade passed him, and he barely missed them while he drove on the shoulder. You want to see it? And then that's the Secret Service that's talking to him now and getting mad.
October 21st, 2024, Vice President Kamala Harris had just finished up a rally in Brookfield, Wisconsin, energizing a crowd for her presidential campaign. But as her motorcade made its way to the airport along I-94,
There you go.
a vehicle driving in the wrong direction approached, narrowly missing the convoy by just feet. After passing 29 vehicles involved in the escort, a Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputy at the rear of the motorcade quickly stopped the vehicle, identifying the driver as 55-year-old Wayne Wacker, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated. Upon making contact, an open Miller Lite beer can was clearly visible in the center console.
Is he? I think he's got him. He's got him.
Continue or skip?
You guys ID and everything? Are you gonna try the onions, sir? What? You gonna try the onions?
To the end.
Just the drunk highway.
Okay, I'm gonna need
I just want to skip towards the end just to see.
Is it in here?
How reacts?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a drunk guy.
Your ID's in here?
As a first offense, and traffic citations, including one for operating while intoxicated. Since his last OWI conviction occurred more than 10 years ago, it is being treated as a first offense. He was ultimately given a cash bond set at $15,000. Want a deeper look into the channel or creating additional content? Explore Code Blue Tail on Patreon for
And so this has to be one of the most down bad stories I've heard in the last few years or so. Like, I'm not even lying, I'm not exaggerating, not even trying to hype this story up. Because when I show you what I'm about to show you in this video, what this man did, what he was exposed for, and the reaction he had after being exposed, which I suppose he thought was the only option he had left, you will be just as flabbergasted as I am right now. But before
It
we
said
go
that he
any further,
killed
like video,
himself
be sure to hit the
after
notification
Google.
bell, turn on notice so you always know when I upload.
What does that
And
even
down
mean?
below for the algorithm. That does help. Appreciate you, love you. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Now, on January 11th of 2025, like the new year just started. This is crazy. A man by the name of Nautica Malone, who was a senior at Central High School in Phoenix, Arizona, pulled up to a restaurant by the name of Bikini Bean. It's kind of like a Hooters or a Twin Peaks where the girls are dressed very seductively, very sexy, very skimpy clothing. You know the attire that men like. Apparently at this establishment, they seem to have a problem with people pulling up to the restaurant in their cars through the drive-thru. No pants on, dudes pulling up, rubbing their Johnson, and one of the employees, we don't know her name, you're gonna see on the reflection of this video, decided that she had enough, and she decided to pull out her phone this time to record this man. And this is what happened.
Hi, how are you? Hello. Haven't been here before. Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
This man was caught in dead-ass 8K resolution, bro. She got his ass in crystal clear, high definition, 4K capture mode with the brightness adjusted. And immediately, as soon as he saw that phone, he knew he was cooked. And the thing is, like I said, it's like a Hooters, just like a Twin Peaks. It's like any male-oriented bar establishment where guys go to drink, eat wings, look at all the cute girls dressed in booty shorts, and basically just have a good time.
Why
But apparently,
coffee?
because this particular location
They do that
has a
on
drive-thru,
Colfax too. I told you about that one place where they wear lingerie. So they don't have uniforms, but they literally all wear their own lingerie. It's supposed to be like in this case it's a Hooters thing. In their case, it's woman owned, and the owner is like, I do this as a marketing thing, A, and then she's like, B, I do it as a body positivity thing, because she's like, we hire anyone. And she's like, even if you're a male, she's like, you're more than allowed to come to work in your clothing. And she's like, as long as you're dressed legally, just like the girls, like things gotta be covered. I don't care what you wear. Because the dudes will get tips too. And for her, the woman is like, this is supposed to be like a huge message of body positivity. But like, it's a good marketing thing at the same time. And then it's unique, because like when you go to a coffee shop, you're not expected to see titties out first thing in the morning. And they literally open at like 5 in the morning on Colfax. Like they open up hella early.
And to make matters even worse, came across this video by this guy by the name of Isaiah Robin. Shout out to him. He covered this story on his channel. And the story goes even deeper. Because apparently this video was initially posted to this Facebook group by the name of Arizona Moms Helping Other Moms. So you already know, when a video is posted on Facebook, especially a group full of moms, in an area of the internet that goes hard in the paint for other people in the group, then you already know you're cool. But yeah, apparently the poster of this video got into contact with his wife. And you can only imagine how that must have gone down.
Because of all the backlash of this video that we're doing. Okay, so that is just something from Arizona. I guess it is Arizona, but somebody posted it on this page. This is how
He was married doing that shit.
That this man took his own life. They posted again and said, okay, so I had posted this just yesterday. We were able to get a name of the guy who did this. I had spoken with his wife to let her know of this situation and that the video was going viral. And she informed me.
Girl.
Hey guys, I'm currently editing this video, but for further context, apparently this man ended his own life with a gun. Yes, you heard that right. He shot himself with a gun.
I'm not sure what to think of this situation anymore. What he did was wrong, yes. But to take his own life is just, I don't know. For sure, no.
Yeah, like that's stupid.
For sure, no.
What he did was wrong and embarrassing, and he should feel ashamed for what he did. But like, bruh, don't do it again. Don't be a nasty freak.
This is not what I expected at all.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, he really didn't have to go that far. There's a lot of freaky ass perverts out here who have a blast stopping charges, getting caught, admitting that they're freaks, and just living life. I guess he was just one of those who couldn't take the embarrassment. Like, he did go viral. This probably would have affected his social life, his job. He probably would have got fired. His friends would have probably distanced themselves. His wife would have probably got a divorce. So, I mean, with all those thoughts probably running through his head, he probably said, fuck it, let me check out in this life before everybody in my life checks out on me. And I believe his brother on Facebook posted this. He said, 15 years you've been my brother. I keep crying because of all the memories we have together. We can't make any more. I miss you, bro. I miss my best friend. I wish you would have came to me. I'ma miss your dumbass, funny ass jokes. I'ma miss your random roast battles. I'ma just miss talking to my best friend. I love you, man. I wish I told you that more. I thought we'd watch our kids grow up together. This shit tearing me up and doesn't feel real. I'll see you next lifetime, brother. And listen, man, is what he did was wrong? Yes. Did it deserve this type of punishment or consequence? No, not in my opinion. Bro pulled up, horny as hell, on some freak shit, no pants on.
He's married.
Okay, we all did some freaky ass shit in our lives before. So this is
No,
you disagree?
we haven't.
I'm
Not
not saying
that.
we all did something like this. But what I
Not
am
some
saying
shit like
is
that.
No, you know what my freaky shit is? I get naked under the covers. Ooh. Oh, and I'm taking a booty pic. Ooh.
And having that shit posted online, innocent or not. A lot of people have killed themselves from this. I've covered so many videos over the years of adults or young men, young girls, ending their own lives from either embarrassment, online shaming, IRL, online bullying. Like, yeah, like, so this man didn't have to go so far, and this is just one of the plagues of the internet. Like, if you do a small infraction in your life, and to be clear, I don't think this is a small infraction. I do think this is a weird ass behavior. Just to be clear, however,
Agreed.
I am going off on a tangent here. That gets highlighted millions of times over. When you could just be an all-around good person everywhere else outside of that small infraction, then you're pretty much cooked. The internet isolates, highlights, and makes a focal point on the one bad thing that you've done in your life versus the thousands of other
What?
good things you've probably done. And now this guy, he left behind his wife, his child. He
That's what I
post
swore.
from, I believe his other friend or brother. He said,
I'm okay.
so mad at you right now.
I need to drink water
My
anyway,
neighbors,
so
my
I'm
neighbor,
gonna go
the
get
funniest
water.
guy in the neighborhood. You walked in, an unforgettable pillar in my life. I'll
I
never
just
let
feel
them
like
forget
you've
your
been
name
doing good for a
along
little
with
bit.
you.
So
Listen, that man needed some help to control that.
And then we got
overwhelmness.
really
I'm not
fast
gonna
for a
lie,
little
he probably
bit.
could have used a couple of months up to a year in jail to reflect
I
upon
did.
his actions and maybe reevaluate his
Yesterday.
entire life. And he should have fully understood the risks of trying to do something like this. But it is still sad to see a whole family's life can change just like that in one day. Just like
Well,
that. Guys, I know most of my viewers are guys.
their dad's a
like
little
80 to 90%
pussy-ass
of you. Come on, man.
bitch.
You gotta start doing better, man. Never get caught up in a situation like this. Take accountability for your own actions and start prioritizing things that'll make a positive impact in your life. Don't succumb to the body. Try to resist.
Bro, this motherfucker playing video games. Oh my god, I could literally do the same thing. Make a commentary channel and then turn around and just be playing video games and have footage of it. Ooh, no. Have footage of me playing games while I turn around and read Am I the Asshole stories from Reddit. I've tried going viral on Chinese TikTok. Douyin? Oh no, Red no.
Days, it's definitely going to happen at some point because they've been dangling TikTok bans over our heads for about 5 years now. And honestly, TikTok has a soft spot for me because it's the reason I even made content in the first place. It was a very friendly app for new users back in 2020, and that was my introduction to content, and I was really met with a great audience on there. But I'm old enough to know that everything dies at some point, and you have to adapt to the next new thing. And in this case, there's 4 main apps that are emerging on the App Store. And these apps are Redmill, Lemon8, Clapper, and Flip, which are 4 of the top 5 apps on the Apple App Store, which means everybody's downloading them, so there's a good chance that if TikTok gets banned, one of these will emerge as the victor. And I want to be there for that. So my goal today is to go through these 4 apps, make profiles, post my most popular videos on there in Chinese or whatever the native language is, and see if I can ultimately go viral. Now, a lot of major news articles are saying that TikTok will be banned without a savior. Here are the alternative apps, and they're also confirming the same 4 apps that I had mentioned. So you'll see Red Note, which is also called Zhao Zhengshu, and we have Lemon 8. These are both Chinese apps, and then the non-Chinese apps are going to be Clapper and Flip.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm officially
ByteDance.
logged in now, so here we have our profile. So I have like nobody on here. I can't even read what my profile says. Let's go ahead and edit it. Name. So if I can just snag Sambucha. Did anybody take it? Nice. Yes. Okay. Edit my bio. I'm just gonna say YouTuber Ni Hao. I think that's good. Gender, male. Everything else I am going to elect not to do. I guess I'll add like a new profile picture. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture because I'm in my sweatshirt that says we're Asian. All right, amazing. All right, so here we have it right here. This is the actual app now. So I'm on the Explore tab. It's kind of like TikTok. I see some familiar faces too. Like this is Nick DiGiovanni. What?
Let's make accordion potatoes.
Is this legit? Is this his actual page? So I guess for his content, he's just putting subtitles on right now, and that's good enough. Yeah, I guess if you don't talk in your content's kind of OP on these apps. Let's see what the comments say. This is a new beginning for us, guys. Hello, my fellow refugees. So I guess they call them refugees because they're fleeing from one app to another. Here because of the TikTok ban. And you'll see there's a lot of people watching these videos. Like this has 90,000 likes. Let's check Nick DiGiovanni's page. Here he has 200,000 followers. That's actually crazy. Some other YouTubers on here, Joe Melly, it's like him and his dad.
I don't know what to do on Red Note. What should we do? Coffee. Yeah, that should work.
Oh,
Coffee.
okay. Well, it
Coffee.
didn't seem like they dubbed it in Chinese at all. It's confusing but fun, so people are enjoying this, I think. Let's go to a more general explore page.
Hey, Lemon.
Whoa.
Show me a picture of your cat and not around on that.
Oh, okay. I thought he was about to yell at me for like not speaking Chinese. Do you just want to show pictures of your cat? Alright, so I'm learning the wave right now. Thanos Squid Game edits. I guess those are universal.
These are the Nashville Hot Chicken Tenders Wingstop told you not to worry about.
Oh, it doesn't look like I have to dub the content in Chinese. I can probably just like post it on here in mass. I see comments. Hey bro, they would like subtitles in Chinese as well as English so they can enjoy your content. You all need to put Chinese subtitles. Respect the audience. Alright, so a lot of people are saying that you need to put on some Chinese subtitles. I feel like that's gonna be difficult, but no. I just use Google Translate. Would you have LeBron's kids if he gave you the chance? Why is this on my For You page?
你好，大家，我是金城远，我是人，我们现在在美国的科什特美。
Wow, I'm surprised people can learn Mandarin that quickly. Alright, let me figure out how to say, hi, my name is Sambucha. Ni hao, wo zhao Sambucha. Is that good? I don't really care to learn another language because there's going to be one universal language within 5 years because of AI, but I think that works for now. Alright, we got memes already with watermarks, which is impressive. This is literally me right now, just TikTok users trying to make it over to Red Note. I don't know how this ends though. Okay, I guess no one knows.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Americans jumping on this app just because TikTok's getting banned in the United States, and they're called the TikTok refugees, which is hilarious.
What are the comments? Where am I left?
TikTok
We are not taking over,
refugee.
we're respectfully visiting. That's not true. If TikTok goes to Red Note, we're taking over. It's not going to be like a submission into Chinese culture. We're taking over your app, I'm sorry to say. Just like we took over TikTok.
Roman and finance.
Well, they just found this meme, the Finance Trust Fund 6'5" Blue Eyes meme. Let me guess, he's looking for an accountant? Jokes write themselves.
I heard a lot of TikTok users flooded into Red or Red Note, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Me? Yes, #1 in the App Store. That's actually crazy. 25,000 comments. This is a popular app. Follow for follow. Wow. Hey everyone, follow for follow. Anyone down to follow for follow? Even in China, follow for follow is a thing. I thought that was exclusive to like YouTube in 2010.
I took a picture with the giant Samsung phone.
What is this? Asian Family Guy? Asian Family Guy is actually crazy. Or I guess this is actually in Family Guy.
Giant
Just, like, doing something
Samsung
else.
phone.
Oh, I think this is Zach Choi, right? I believe so. Either Zach Choi or Zach Choi ripoff. That is some marbled Wagyu. So far, my experience is this is just TikTok. There's not really much more to it. Okay. It seems like they love Family Guy here. Or maybe that's just
Good.
my algorithm kicking in because I watched one already.
Ladies and gentlemen, TikTok refugees, welcome. We finally made it to Vietnam.
A Chinese dude doing a Trump impression talking about American refugees into China. That's actually the craziest thing ever.
You don't have to leave your TikTok life behind. With my map.
After you take my data, please change my credit score. I wonder what my credit score would be. if I was in
Seriously,
China.
after you take my data, change my credit score.
Cinder blocks bulletproof. These cinder blocks, 4 different bullets.
That's gonna ricochet.
Start now with a 22.
Are guns legal in China? Thanks for keeping American stereotypes alive. I wonder how the Chinese feel about us invading this app.
I'm Lisa. Today, I will show you a little skill that most Chinese people would be good at.
Okay.
I think you should learn it and practice.
Oh, tell me she has a katana.
Share your results. Share it.
She definitely has a katana in her hand, for the Chinese version.
I integrate with Chinese people. Okay.
What is it? Sword swallowing? No way that's real. Sorry about her health insurance sucks. I'm not even trying that. I feel like I'd get like banned on YouTube. Popular TikToks ever, and so I'm going to take about 6 of these, and I'm going to cross-post them on all the platforms we're looking at. So I try to find videos that were popular and then also had general themes to them, and also didn't have me talking much because I'm not going to dub my voice in Chinese. And so I came up with the following 6. So my most popular video of 28 million views is a smasher pass on fictional characters. I think this one will translate pretty well because I just say basically like yes to everyone. This is what that looks like with the captions. So yes. Yeah. Yes. It's a good video. Yes. No. Yes. No, of course. Yes. Good. Yes. Yeah. Why not? A little 8-bit action. You're gonna say yes, aren't you? Yes. Alright, well, I'm not proud of it, but I will be posting that. And then right after that, we have the second most popular video with 25 million views, and I think this would translate well because it's just general, like, anime/geoguessr, which is an old trend I used to do where I find real-life locations of certain anime places. So here it is with subtitles. So you'll see the Your Name stairs, and I just did this for a bunch of different ones. So I feel like people are going to appreciate that. I also want to put in an optical illusion. I feel like every human can relate to this.
Guys are going to see the woman spinning clockwise, and the other half of you guys are going to see her spinning counterclockwise. But I'm not so focused on which direction you see her spinning in. I'm more focused on whether or not you can see her spinning in both directions. And if you can do that, I mean, the faster you do it, the more dynamic and adaptive your brain.
Huh, interesting. This video also, which is one of my most popular, I think it's my most popular YouTube short, is just the DVD logo hitting the corner.
Ooh.
Not once, but actually twice.
This is
I don't
cool.
say a single
I'm
thing
battling
else. I
my
think this
first
video,
demon
more than
lord.
any other video, will probably do the best. That's my predictions.
Ooh, the belly's
The
so
Chinese will love
gross.
this.
Ooh, it
Another
keeps
geoguessr
getting
one,
slashed.
Urinal test. Alright, so first up we have this formation. 7. You just go 7 here. I can't think of a universe where you want to voluntarily be next to guys. Alright. Now we have a clean slate. 7. So it may be enticing to go 4, but I think you go 1 or 7 here. Yeah. To be considered. Good job, Sam. Cool. Kind of the same. 7 or 3. Looks like 7's like just the go-to. So I think you go 7 and take the edge. Alright, and last up, so take the stall. This looks pretty bad. I mean, if the stall is open, you take it, but we're assuming the stall isn't open. I'm not going to shot myself. I'd probably go 2 here, though. Alright, nice. How'd you guys do? Fun, very fun. Alright, so let's see how these go. I'm excited to post these. Alright, so all videos are officially posted onto my Red channel, and I actually have a view that's not me on one of them, so somebody actually saw my video. Nobody commented yet, but this will be interesting to track. Alright, so as mentioned, the next most popular website is actually owned by TikTok. You'll see it says TikTok.
Oh, so the other one isn't owned by
It's the
TikTok?
#1 lifestyle app, and it's basically like a Pinterest
It's Lemon.
TikTok
That is.
fusion, and it has pretty good ratings as well. A lot of ratings, reviews, so you could actually log in with TikTok. So I can just keep things in the family and just go straight TikTok login. Nice and easy. Share your pronouns, skip. What are your interests, skip. Alright, here we go. Profile name, Sambucha. And I don't believe that anybody has my name, so I think we're good to go. Oh wait, I already have 10.8k followers. Wait, every time I swipe, I'm gaining thousands of followers. I have 13.8k followers on here. 15.6? Am I getting botted right now? Do you see this? Every time I refresh, I'm getting thousands of followers. I guess it's my incumbent followers from TikTok just translate over to Lemonade. Wow, look at this. This is a nice ego boost. Yes It is I is my bio. Wow, I like that. Every time I refresh, I gain thousands of followers. It's fun. Okay, so let's see what's going on in Lemonade World.
Hey, so TikTok is like one of the few things that makes us happy nowadays. Can you please not take it away? No, we're getting rid of it. It's unsafe. We don't like it.
That's true. Let's see the comments. Here from TikTok. Suppose it's getting banned. Loving Lemonade so far. Literally just came here from TikTok. Facebook is toxic.
Antes de ser el hermano mayor, yo tuve una vida perfecta. Pero mis papás tuvieron que arruinar todo. Les dije
Okay. Can't really understand a lot of this. It's fine.
Literally just TikTok.
Let's see like an account like this. They have 165,000 followers. Jeez.
Body parts, left elbow.
I know Michael. Shout out Michael. 54K. Wow, everyone's crushing on here already. I think I'm super late to the Lemonade game. Let's see what I'm at now. Oh, why did I pause at 27.9K followers? That's it? Give me more, please. There has to be more of you guys. That's it? 27.9K? We started off so hot. I thought I was going to get to like, I don't know, a million. This one seems less like Chinese, so I don't even know if I have to dub my content.
This street corn chicken salad is just a 10-minute recipe that's the
Oh yeah, this is basically the same thing. I could just post like normal content on here.
A day as a 28-year-old mom of 3 down.
Okay, so Lemonade, I'm just gonna treat as English, and I'm just gonna post on here. I also posted all the videos onto Lemon8, where I have 28,000 followers, and I already have double-digit views on 3 of these videos. I posted these literally seconds ago, so that's kind of crazy. Let's see if I have any comments, actually. No comments there, no comments there, and no comments there. Preferred language, English. So here's Clapper.
TikTok, you guys are just me also.
They all look the same. I guess this is just like short-form content in a nutshell. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So Clapper is an American company. A lot of satisfying videos. AI Shark, which for some reason like adults think is real. This bodysuit. This app's a little bit weaker. You can tell there's not like tens of thousands of likes on any posts. Like none of these posts are super viral, so you can tell this is like the 5th most popular app. I'm not getting served any like banger content, but we'll still post on here nonetheless. Why not? You know, why not? This could be the next winner. Okay, so here's Clapper. Let's go on my For You page, see how weak this is. It's already looking pretty weak, honestly.
This is our product from Flip. We're gonna try.
Like, why is there so much space between the likes and then the comments? Like, look at all that dead space on the right there.
Hi guys. So this is the second flip order that I am.
It's a lot of like shopping. I guess it is a
True.
shopping-oriented app, but it's kind of weird that like every single thing is shopping.
I got my first packet.
Cut this rock like the slide of one of the
diferencias entre Flip, Cash y
Oh, this app is terrible. Here we go.
just appeal on the mainstream.
Finally got it. Have fun.
Okay. I mean, I'll also treat this app fairly and I'll post on here. So I'll check back in a few hours because it's
It has a
short-form
dislike
videos and it's a
system,
new
too.
app, so I expect to have pretty much instant traffic. I do have followers on one of the 4 apps already too, so we can see the response. So I don't want to give this enough days because like if it takes days for a short-form video to go viral, spoiler alert, it's not going to go viral. So I'll post these and then I will give you guys an update within, I don't know, the next like 3 hours maybe. That's it. So I went to open Flips so I could start posting my videos on there, and this is the message I got. We're currently experiencing a high surge in demand as Flip continues to grow as a vibrant community we're building together. To ensure the app runs smoothly, we're temporarily limiting the numbers of users who can access Flip at this time. I created an account and everything, mind you, like I am a user. This step is necessary with work to scale our infrastructure and accommodate this incredible growth. If you're unable to access the app right now, please check back in 30 minutes. Are you serious? How are you not going to be able to? You're a top 5 most downloaded app on the App Store, and your infrastructure can't handle this influx of over 100,000 people. Thank you for your patience, yada yada. Nor Agha, founder and CEO. Alright, actually I got in. Okay, never mind. I think they just booted me from my profiles. They deleted my entire profile. So it looks like Flip is a massive L, and I would not recommend, and I would wager with my entire net worth that this app will not be overtaking TikTok anytime soon. They can't even support. They deleted my account within like a minute. That's crazy. Alright, and then Clapper is having a similar issue. So I was in at one point, and now it says the code is resent too much. So I think there's just a massive influx. So the latter 2 are unable to support the amount of people coming on the platform. So I guess the Chinese are winning right now. It's kind of crazy. Alright guys, so we are checking in on things now. I actually have 99 notifications. I just opened up Lemonade, so that's kind of crazy. I don't know if it's just like new followers or whatever. Let's go ahead and check this out. So, oh, we actually got a good amount of likes and saved and new followers. So I guess I gained, I forgot what I was at before, but I think I gained like 200 followers, and that must have been naturally. So yeah, I guess some of my videos pretty quickly got some views, so, and comments. So we got a comment from somebody, and it's somebody just basically crying. So they seem to like this. Well, or they're crying. I don't know if that's good. And then as far as likes and saves go, I mean, look at that. We got people interacting with pretty much every post. So this is like effectively a new account. And we already got like 200 to 100 views. I thought it would shoot up a bit quicker, not gonna lie. Maybe I thought that like Shorts and TikTok operated in the same way. Maybe it takes more time. Who knows? Now we're gonna take a look at Rednote. So Rednote, turns out I have 5 notifications, and these notifications are new followers. Cool. Jesus Christ and McAlpine. Great. And then as far as likes go, basically the same people liked it. And then the views I got, alright, I got 28, 56, 58, and then some Mandarin letters. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Maybe that means no views yet or something. I still unfortunately can't go on Flip, so you'll see I'm just stuck on this page, like it doesn't go anywhere. So Flip is just stuck. I don't know, I'm unable to post there. And then Clapper was also an L, so it's like it won't verify my account after I'd already created an account. So I guess those other 2 apps are just trying to figure things out. Actually, it just refreshed and it brought me back to this page. So Flip is, I mean, Flip might be the worst social media platform ever. In summation, I believe that Rednote and Lemonade have an opportunity to overtake TikTok. It's cool how they're kind of
I like how everybody, instead of going to Reels and everything else that we already have, they're like, it needs to be a Chinese.
Instagram Reels and Facebook Snapchat Spotlight. It's kind of garbage. But who knows? Maybe TikTok survives, maybe it doesn't. I'll still be here on YouTube full time because that's what I like, and I like you guys. You guys are the best anyways. Don't tell anybody else I said that, but if you do, I won't be mad. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.
Over the past couple of years, I've bought every sponsored product in a Mr. Beast video. I bought every YouTube Shorts ad I came across. I even purchased every scam ad that I came across in my email. But then it occurred to me that I've been missing one corner of the internet that has arguably the best products out there, and that is TikTok Shop. Now, TikTok Shop is like a fusion between Temu, Walmart, and YouTube Shopping, and if you put it all together, you get this giant cluster of terribleness called TikTok Shop. But once in a while, there's apparently some pretty crazy products that you can come across for cheap that actually end up changing your life, so I've been told. And so over the next 2 hours, I'll be scrolling TikTok Shop and buying everything and anything that comes across on my feed. There are no budgetary restraints. Now, I've got a little crazy last time on YouTube Shopping, which led me to purchase this katana sitting right here, and I'm sure TikTok Shop would be even crazier, so I'm excited to do this. Without further ado, grab the popcorn and let's do this. Alright, so the one thing about TikTok Shop is that it's not on desktop, so look, like, we go
But like,
here,
all
I'm on an
YouTube Shop does
incognito
is it
tab.
takes you
You're not
to
gonna
other
ever find
websites.
a TikTok Shop link
Versus
because they don't
TikTok Shop
actually have
literally
it.
allows you to buy it on the platform.
It's not mine, it's incognito. Anyways, let's get it started. I'll just click on this to get it going. 18.6 million views.
Bien, gracias. Let me show you something there.
Hello, how are you?
She greeted me in Spanish. I heard it in English.
Oh my gosh, the cap. I know this isn't going to work. I'm positive, in fact. I promise you, there is no real-time translation earbuds for presumably under $50 is what they're going to sell it to me for that will do what they're saying it'll do. Alright, so here are these puppies, the wireless earbud Minisos. They look pretty official, and they were very cheap. So if this works out, then I think this is going to be the steal of the day already. I'm already very impressed with the packaging and the design of it. So as long as this holds up, I mean, it's totally worth it. Again, good continuation. The package is gorgeous. Looks like I'm unboxing an iPhone. Cool, nice little case and everything. Miniso. It's got the charging port in the back. Great function. Look at these earbuds. They're very legit. They look super nice. Okay, I am about to play a Spanish song translated back to me in English. Oh my god, it's working. Wait, what? That's crazy. I guess it just has like AI built into it and just transcribes, and it's not in real time. There's certainly a delay, but for however, I mean, it was pretty cheap relative to the technology that I got from it. This is pretty cool. Hold on, let me try one more thing. No, it is not even registering what's being said in Arabic, but for Spanish, it was able to very quickly tell me Merry Christmas. Okay, I mean, look, I think it was fun. It was fun. It was cool to see if it was going to work. It works a little bit overall, 6.4 out of 10. I wouldn't get them. Just use ChatGPT. Translate real time. But I think overall, it's a pretty cool concept, so. This could save somebody's life. So it's a breathalyzer?
Mine is reading 0 because I have not bought it. I'm going to change the tip on this pocket breathalyzer, turn it back on, see it counting down. It'll be when it's ready. Come here and blow. Come here, get me here and blow. Wait.
Oh, this guy is gonna blow at least a .08. This guy is absolutely gone. Look at him. That guy is so gone. He's gonna blow a .08. At least. Maybe a .15.
Those things don't work.
Your reading is 0.12.
Wow, that guy is drunk. Okay, I'll buy that. I think that's good to have, like a little BAC tester, breathalyzer. So here we have the breathalyzer. This is the on-the-go breathalyzer to see if I am drunk, I guess, or not. So I'm not. Spoiler alert. So let's see what they say. Maybe they think I am. Let's put to bed these rumors that I'm drinking on the job, because I'm about to blow a good old-fashioned zero. Tell me to wait 20 seconds, then I'm going to blow. If I don't blow a complete zero, then you guys can unsubscribe because you're watching a bad influence, because I do not endorse what is about to happen. Blow. Sure, I guess it was cheap enough and has a good enough function, so I'm going to give this like an 8.3 out of 10.
Babes who do not like to wear a bra, no underwear, all those things. Have you been seeing that bra circulating that's trending right now? Everybody's showing fruit baskets in it, putting watermelons in it, all the things.
Not buying this.
I've been rocking this bra for 3 days, and when I tell you, it is the best. Hands down, the best. Everyday bra.
I can't buy this. I've already purchased a bra for another video. I can't be doing this.
Here it is. It's not sexy.
Alright, let's blur that, and I'll just go ahead and purchase this, and I'll see if it works on me. As somebody who has some chest area, right? Maybe this will work, so let's just get this. Let's get this over with. I mean, I have nothing to say for this. It came in. I'm just going to quickly try it on. I wish you saw, I mean, you could see, like, how thin this package is. It's, like, packaged, vacuum sealed like it's beef jerky, but I'm going to have to wear this. How is this going to fit on this? I am a 185-pound male, so I don't think this is going to fit me, but I guess we'll try it. There's a first for everything. I don't care what the physics say. This is not coming on. Ugh. This is it. I look like Dora. I don't. Oh, okay. I see. Ah, I guess it's good, right? It's good enough. It's holding. It's doing its job. Holding me up. Okay, there we go. So it's tight, but I think it works. I think it's fitting me. Like if I walked outside like this, would anybody say anything? No, probably not, because it seamlessly kind of fits its way on me. I look like I probably shouldn't be going to your playgrounds, but that's okay because.
Out of the toilet, it smudged it on the floor and blamed it on the dog, just to find out the dog had been dead for 2 years. Okay, I'm ready to watch my life now. Go ahead, baby.
Hello, it's Doris. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm joined by this man that I found roaming the forest.
Hi, I'm the man who's roaming the forest. Actually, no, my name is Martin and Chi, the husband.
Wait, that's what you said. No!
You're so late.
Sorry, having my mic over here. I know a lot of you guys have been complaining on my audio. I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I think I need to get sound panels.
Sound panel?
Yeah, because I think it's echoey. I've changed the scope of the mic, so hopefully it sounds better.
Why don't I be your microphone?
Then why don't I be your microphone?
The LG train. I just want to play you the first 5 seconds of a reel from The Verge. They went to CES and they found another LG creation. So I just want to let you guys hear this real quick. What was it? Doesn't say on the reel.
Have you ever wanted to use your microwave as a selfie camera?
Nice. LG is there for you.
Have you ever wanted to use your microwave as a selfie camera?
Of course. Which
No,
we
I
got
haven't.
last year because it was $1,000. It's the suitcase TV, I guess. Yeah, it's a TV.
Yeah.
Well, LG has announced the Stand By Me Go 2, which is even more portable in some senses of the word. Because the suitcase TV, you couldn't actually take it out of the suitcase. It had like these mechanisms that kept it in the suitcase, but it could be angled.
Yeah.
This one is a fully it's just a display, but it comes with a strap, so you can like carry it around on your shoulder if you want. Yeah, it's different. It has a clamshell case that looks just like the iPad clamshell case that like closes on the front to protect it, and is also a folio,
Literally
so it
comes
can
out of a
stand up on its
suitcase.
own.
And it's
now
just an
the
LG TV.
remote magnetizes to the top of it as well. Their booth at CES had them basically just like having a strap and just like hanging it on the wall. It's like, yeah, hang your TV on the wall when you get home.
But like hanging on the wall means it's just battery powered.
Yes, it's battery powered.
And the plug is on the side. So like
yeah.
it won't be as clean hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
But there is something really funny just thinking about somebody shoulder slinging their Stand By Me Go and like
I mean, look,
walking around.
you got the dancing pizza guys outside of pizza places, spinning the signs and stuff.
Now you can spin a TV. So have a guy with TV. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like a fast food drive-through sign. So you
Yes.
put up like the menu on it,
Uh-huh.
but in your house.
They last 4 hours.
Oh.
So it lasts 4 hours. Again. USB-C charging. It's actually longer than I thought you would say. It's up to.
But it's still not anywhere near long enough.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, I know. But it's up to 1440p instead of
Okay.
1080 from last time.
Okay.
You didn't need to.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect place to unveil that. CES. Yeah, that's the perfect place. LG does some weird stuff. Evergreen. I'm gonna jump to another LG one real quick. Just this is a personal favorite from CES, and I know some people might not find this that interesting, but I think it's cool as hell. This is a lamp slash speaker slash garden water.
The more slashes at CES, the better.
Yes. Interesting. I think it's quite attractive. It's like an accent lamp, and then that lamp shines down directly on a garden that you can grow things in. That is auto watered from a reservoir in the lamp, and also it is a.
It's literally a lamp. That's a fucking pot. And it's from LG.
Like side table version of this.
What? That's crazy.
There's two versions. There's a very tall one, and then there's like a shorter end table version. Yeah. I think they're both cool as hell. Before we leave the LG train, I just want to play you the first 5 seconds of a reel from The Verge. They went to CES and they found another LG creation, so I just want to let you guys hear this real quick. What was it? Does it say on the reel?
Have you ever wanted to use your microwave as a selfie camera?
Nice. LG is there for you. Let me tell you.
Have you ever wanted to
Put the
use
camera
your
inside the
microwave
too,
as a
'cause someone
selfie
put a camera
camera?
inside the microwave so you can watch it. That's old news though. What if you want to stand outside the microwave, what you do a TikTok dance on the camera? Now you can. LG has made this possible. They're thinking of everything. Life's good, dude. They got out of smartphones, which is a stressful industry, and they just decided to do whatever the heck they
Side
wanted.
quest. Do you think that the plant combo light speaker, when you're blasting the speaker, will your plants be upset by the volume?
Depends.
That'd be good.
What are you blasting?
Probably good for
Well, see,
them.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're playing like
It's like-
metal music, or are you playing like orchestral music?
Look, when you're pregnant, you play Mozart to your baby.
Mhm.
It's the same thing, right? There's for sure been studies about people who, not people, but if you talk to the plants, they grow better. No?
They do.
This is the thing.
This is a science podcast.
I promise there's been A/B testing of like, and I'm just spewing this information, but I've also read that, and I've looked into specifically money trees because I have one, and if you every once in a while just shake it because it just sits there, but it shakes it as if it experiences wind and
Yeah,
it's
that's
stronger.
different. I've heard that for fiddle leaf things.
So that's like you have to pay attention to the plant a little bit, and I think if you play the right music, that speaker will help it grow better.
So do you come home and shake your plant?
Maybe.
He has his Google task. Shake money tree.
Just a little, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Well, LG has unfortunately not announced pricing or availability of these combination.
I actually want the plant side
Freakazoids.
tables.
I want both of them, but they're probably gonna be really expensive.
I want it with rosemary in it, so it just smells like
Dude,
rosemary.
I was thinking you could grow like mint or something, and then you just always have fresh mint for your tea and stuff. Oh my god.
Also, I just
Your whole
googled should you
house
shake
just
your
smells
money
like
tree,
mint.
and the AI told me no.
And guess what?
But if it's
You
working,
know
it's
what
working.
it also does?
It's like doing so well.
Wards off
And I also, like,
bugs.
talk to it,
Free
so-
pesticide.
It's one of those two things.
Something's
It's
working.
for sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, LG's out there. LG's out there. Okay. Next. Do you guys remember Bird Buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we talked about this on the podcast previously, and I believe that they sent us a Bird Buddy to use after we called them on the podcast. That was a camera that you would put, like, it's like a smart bird feeder, basically. And it would take pictures and analyze birds that showed up to your bird feeder and be like, oh, you've got a mockingjay today. And it would be a funny photo of the bird. They have
As a smart bird
expanded,
feeder?
or should I say shrunk. This is such a bloody shark. Yes. So now they are doing plants and bugs
Probably
with a
TikTok
new
shop, huh?
bird feeder, bigger bird buddy feeder. They rebranded or like put themselves under an umbrella of Wonder now. So there's all these like Wonder devices. Okay. But yeah, now they have these special cameras that you put on your plants, and some of them have their own solar panels. and you can sort of contort the camera around different things. So there's some that you can basically use as a vine to go like around GorillaPod style.
Yeah, it's a Gorilla Pod camera.
To be able to point at certain things in a special way. They look really good and they're cute and they can kind of go all over your garden, but they also will like recognize different bugs and they'll say this butterfly is this. And then one of the few actually good uses of a chatbot, it will tell you about all of the bugs and stuff and summarize all of the bugs that came to your garden, and you can ask them about the bugs that came to your garden.
Can we please
very
spend
adorable.
$300 on this to be like, that's the invasive point beetle. So enjoy the tree service where you have to cut down 8 trees for $1,500.
It's just like 200 lantern flies.
That's what you get in New Jersey. You just be like, you got nothing, you got nothing, you got one spider, you got 150 lanternflies. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So they also created these new things called Wonder Blocks, which are these modular systems that you can put around to attract different types of bugs and butterflies and stuff. And they sell things like a plant base, a butterfly feeder. It basically looks like a little honeycomb nest, but you can grow plants in them. It's cool. Like they really took a phenomenon and ran with it. Which I think they're doing a great job.
The last line in the Verge article is Petal and Wonder Blocks will be available on Kickstarter in the spring of this year with no details on price. So it's an announcement of a Kickstarter.
Kickstarters are weird now, though, where like these companies that are established already do it, and it just feels like a different way of pre-ordering.
Yeah, I imagine they're using it to try to find how much demand there is before they start ordering and shipping and all that production stuff. But that's your asterisk.
Because BirdBuddy is already a company that delivers a product. So
How much could they?
Seeds being
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. If you guys could have anything be unveiled at CES, your weirdest, wildest imaginations, what would it be?
A subscribe button that is on wheels and has an arm that reaches out of it and clicks it every time someone subscribes to your channel. And it just sits there doing that to itself every time you get a subscriber, and it just has the arm pop out of the top.
What does it sound like? Just
not bad.
Just a tap?
Yeah, like a thud.
What would you want to do?
I would want a like button that every time you push it, it has a thumb that pops out of itself, and it goes, yeah.
I think if I could take anything from CES, it would be the second largest search platform masquerading as the first largest search platform.
That's Google masquerading as Google. I'm Gemini masquerading as Google. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for listening.
So, this is going to be a bit of a different video. I don't usually make videos where I investigate advertisements or applications, but this is something that I've wanted to talk about for quite a while now, just because of how rife this is getting. Now recently, some of you may have noticed something known as the TikTok kissing advertisement trends. And if you haven't heard of this, that's perfectly fine. And if you have heard of this, I understand. It's, quite embarrassing to admit that you've had an advertisement appear on your For You page where it's basically advertising to you an application that takes 2 photos and allows you to generate those photos into a video of the 2 photos kissing each other. I can imagine that's a pretty embarrassing thing to admit that appeared on your For You page. But I want to say, don't be embarrassed. This is something that I've had happen to me multiple times over the last 3 months, and it keeps on getting worse and worse. I'll be scrolling through my brain rot content, I've just finished doing some work, and I'm thinking to myself, what could I do? Go for a run? Make a snack? No, I'm going to mentally destroy my mind by scrolling through TikTok for around 30 minutes. And I'll be scrolling, I'll be doing my lovely time, I'll be getting some funnies come up, and then suddenly it appeared on its own. I generated video of 2 people kissing, and I can download this app and do it myself. And then there's another one, and another one, And another one.
Oh no, this is horrible.
Yes, this is genuinely becoming a bit of an epidemic on social media at this point. And if you haven't heard of these things, well, allow me to introduce to you pages like this, where they post a lot of advertisements for their app that usually go something like this.
Oh no, this is horrible.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have watched Squid Game Season 2, and I'm pretty sure that it didn't go down quite like that. And yeah, what you just saw there kind of summarizes everything that we're going to be speaking about today. Multiple AI apps appearing throughout the App Store and being advertised on social media platforms that all seem to originate from TikTok. Now, the main one I've seen is Photorama AI. As you can see, that was where the video that I just showed you came from, where they described this as Squid Game Season 2, Scene Player 222 and Player 333, hashtag Squid Game, hashtag Squid Games, hashtag Photorama. Now, AI is something that is getting more and more insane as the days go by. It feels like it was only a year ago when that Will Smith spaghetti eating video came out, and now there are actual AI, well, I was saying real, but there are AI-generated videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it looks incredibly real in comparison to what it looked like a year ago. And now it's gotten to the point of where you can download an app, pay a very minor fee, and just make a load of insane videos. You could make a video of you kissing a celebrity, literally anyone you could think of, and this is in the public domain, and this technology is getting better. It's getting, well, I'd say better in the terms of it's getting more advanced, but in my eyes, this is getting worse and worse as the days go by, because as the technology gets better, more and more people, in my opinion, are going to be put at risk because of AI apps like this. You may wonder what I'm talking about. Well, these apps, in my opinion, are really not far off from revenge. I can't say the word due to TOS, they don't want this to be age restricted, but you can catch my drift. AI apps like this are becoming a serious problem and are allowing pretty much anybody the opportunity to make some extremely concerning material that a lot of individuals obviously did not consent to. For example, the Reddit post that I showed you earlier is complaining about an AI app that was advertised on TikTok called AI Mirror. Now, AI Mirror promotes itself by stating, me, my ex, and it has used generative AI to make two different photos kiss each other. And someone in the comments of that post then went on to confirm that they downloaded an AI app similar to this one to test out hairstyles, and that app also had a kissing feature. They actually made a video of two selfies kissing, and it does look really realistic according to the poster. They can imagine that if it was two different pictures and not a selfie of themselves, that it would actually look like two real people kissing, and this is only going to change revenge and cyberbullying for the worse. And this pretty much summarizes my issue with this epidemic of apps that are basically taking over advertisements on TikTok at this point. These apps are going to create a problem because there really isn't much regulation surrounding them. Now, there are more laws coming in as the days go by in terms of AI-generated material, but when it comes to just making people kiss and hug, it doesn't really seem that there are many laws in place to protect individuals like myself and like yourself from these apps, hence that they are now on the App Store and are being advertised on TikTok. Now, some people may suggest with a TikTok ban possibly, or even have come in at this point, that, oh, that's the problem solved. No, this isn't just a TikTok problem. I think the advertisements just really have become popular on TikTok. You see, I found Instagram accounts out there which seemingly are doing even more advertisements that promote themselves as a hug and kissing video generator, and some of these accounts have 30,000+ followers, and here's another one doing pretty much the exact same thing. So yes, whilst this maybe right now is a TikTok problem, I really wouldn't be surprised if in a month's time or in a year's time, if any regulation does not come in, that this will become a widespread internet problem. Instagram Reels is definitely the next place these companies will be targeting, but then it could be YouTube, it could be Twitter, and many other platforms that you use that has advertisement on it. So with that, what I want to do is pretty much just investigate these apps even further, go through some of the posts to truly show to you guys how dangerous this is. I'm not trying to be like a bit of a doomer here or exaggerate. But honestly, AI-generated material can be some of the most concerning and just insane things possible. Imagine if somebody took a photo of you and a photo of them and just generated that of you two kissing and posted that on the internet. Right now, maybe it won't look completely real, but in 6 months' time or a year's time, the technology is only going to get better and better and better, to the point of where it's hard to distinguish between AI and reality. So yes, this needs to be investigated, and with that, we're going to go into the TikTok advertisements, which in my opinion are incredibly predatory. As you can see here, it says, "Me and my crush," and they have taken 2 photos to make these individuals kiss, and captioned it with, "AI kiss, catch love with AI kissing, turn your dreams into reality. Hashtag kiss, hashtag kiss me more, hashtag AI kiss, hashtag AI kissing trends." Now my friends, I don't think that I'm exaggerating here when I say these sort of practices are predatory. Can you imagine if a newspaper company or a magazine posted a fake photo of 2 celebrities kissing? They would be sued for multiple different reasons, and that would be seen as incredibly creepy. So why is it any different for TikToks and videos to go viral of people kissing when they're actually not kissing and it's just AI generated from an app that you can download on the App Store on your iPhone and Android devices? To me, this is nothing but creepy and predatory, especially considering the fact that you can use a photo of anybody you like without their consent. I genuinely think with stuff like this being developed and with more obvious rules, laws and regulations coming in, we're going to actually start to see that our own likeliness as human beings is probably going to be something that starts to come under actual human rights laws, because at the end of the day, with things like this coming in, I think that we as humans need to protect ourselves against this technology, because it can be used in incredibly nefarious ways. Imagine that you were in a relationship with someone and someone tried to sabotage that relationship by getting a very realistic AI-generated video of you kissing another individual. It sounds insane, but honestly, I don't think it is. There are now stories coming out to this day of where certain people are being scammed because they thought they were in some form of relationship with Brad Pitt. It's insane, and you might think that the individuals that get caught up in these scams are a bit silly, but at the end of the day, with technology advancing and with especially older people's brains not progressing at the same time in terms of what they know about technology, I think a lot of people are going to get scammed and end up in a lot of dangerous places. You can just go onto Facebook now and see that half the app is just AI-generated slop, and people believe half of it. It's absolutely wild, but apps like these are only going to make it worse. And there are so many examples of this. Take this one here with Mike Tyson, and there are 2 different photos, and the promotion is basically this.
Create AI kissing trend. Just upload the photos, and the Reviva app will create a video of you kissing someone. Download now.
I do find it genuinely insane that applications like TikTok and Instagram are just happy with this to be on their platform. In fact, companies like Facebook who own Instagram pretty much openly embrace stuff like this. It seems that pretty much every single week AI is just getting worse and so much more prevalent on these apps. But when it's getting to the point of where it's easily accessible generative AI to the point of where you can use that app to make whatever this is, I'm not being a doomer and saying that is concerning. And there are so many AI kissing apps on TikTok. For example, AI Kiss app, literally called that, which claims to have generated over 1 million videos of people kissing so far. And the majority of its advertising comes from promoting the fact that their AI app can take photos of you and somebody else and make them kiss. In particular, they do like to use a lot of photos of celebrities to advertise this. For example, in this one here, it's a photo of a man kissing Zendaya, then Doja Cat, then Jenna Ortega, then Ariana Grande, then Sydney Sweeney. And the interesting thing is people in the comment section weren't even mad, and some were just asking where to find the app on the App Store. And something interesting to me is I don't usually cover stories like this. I cover, situations to do with influencers, things going on in the TikTok space and stuff like that. I like to do deep dives into all that stuff. But something that I have noticed over the years is that there has been controversy involving influencers and AI-generated deepfake content where people have taken their favorite influencers, or particular a lot of women influencers, and used AI and deepfakes to pretty much generate very, very inappropriate content. And applications like this only encourage that behavior. And it is deeply, deeply worrying to me personally that this is only going to get more and more popular. But on top of that, TikTok are promoting this, and it also seems that Instagram are as well. I genuinely don't understand how this is being allowed to happen. Like in this video, I think the intentions are very clear. Zendaya, Doja Cat, I think we know what this app is being made for. This isn't being made out of sheer curiosity or for a bit of fun. We know that apps like these AI-generated kissing apps are just disguising themselves as a fun, quirky thing, but they know that their consumer base is definitely a majority of creeps who are paying to make some extremely inappropriate pieces of AI-generated media. But what's insane is that there's not one or two or three apps doing this. There are, well, it seems hundreds of apps doing this, and they're all allowed on the App Store. What you're seeing right here is a video of me scrolling through all of the AI-generated kissing apps that are on the App Store. I don't know how long this is going to go for, but as you can see, there are so many, and it's absolutely insane that this is allowed to happen. In my opinion, inadvertently, no, maybe not even inadvertently, Apple and Android are pretty much endorsing these apps on their platform. Apple and Android have a whole set of rules and regulations that you need to follow to get on their app stores, and they see these apps as compliant, and they're like, yeah, sure, come onto our platform, that's absolutely fine. And then TikTok are like, oh yeah, these apps are amazing, pay us some money and we'll advertise them. And then Instagram were like, oh yeah, set up a profile over here, you get tens of thousands of followers. It's all just insane, and as I said, it's not just TikTok, it is pretty much at this point the entire big tech social media industry. For example, take this app here, Photolama, the one we briefly went over just now. Now this seemingly, from my research, is one of the biggest apps that are involved in this business, and some of the promotional material they put on their page on TikTok is just weird. They'll take some actors from Squid Game and they'll make them do things like this, but in some cases it gets weirder than that, of where they'll be basically saying the real plot to Squid Game Season 2, and it'll cut to babies flying around on screen, and I'm not going to show the majority of this, I'm going to blur it, because honestly, I'm a little bit uncomfortable showing some of this, but if you do want to go and see the uncensored stuff, it probably will still be on their TikTok page after I post this video. I'm not really sure what this is meant to be, why anyone wants to consume this, and why anyone would even buy a membership to these applications. But what's more interesting is the comment section is just loads of people spamming emojis. I mean, I've heard of the dead internet theory, and this kind of seems like that. It seems that in every single comment section that they have, it's either a bunch of bot accounts commenting emojis and wow, this is so awesome, or it will be actually accounts of children just commenting, how do I download this? Like I've clicked on these profiles, and I'm not going to show them for obvious reasons, but you click on some of the profiles in the comments and it is literally like a 9-year-old kid. Like they've uploaded videos of themselves and they're commenting on these AI kissing apps, and that's even more concerning because this level of content is being normalized amongst actual children, and I'm not trying to be this person.
Oh, somebody please think of the children!
But seriously, think of the children. Imagine being 9 years old and getting access to apps where you can make yourself kiss anyone. I mean, I remember being like 10 and going on YouTube and searching women kissing, and you know, that's a relatively normal thing at that age. But this just turns it into a complete new weird scenario. Because at least when I was doing that at 10 years old, it was actual consenting women kissing each other, and no, a 10-year-old probably shouldn't be consuming that content. But at least, like, it's not as bad as actual AI-generated videos of this stuff where there isn't any consent on either party's end when it comes to a kid and when it comes to someone who has no idea what they're getting themselves involved in. It's not like they're getting involved. I'm arguing myself here. They're not getting involved because people don't even know that they're being put into these AI-generated apps. I don't really think they do until it goes viral, like with the videos of celebrities being put into these AI-generated apps. So coming back to the Photorama TikTok promotions, it only gets even weirder with this whole baby thing that they've got going on, where in one of the promotions, it's just like babies randomly appearing on the floor. Again, what is going on here? And why is anybody consuming this? And why are TikTok accepting advertisement payments so these companies can advertise on their platform? Is there not a content moderation team? Is there not someone being like, okay, this is a bit weird for us, we're going to not allow this on their platform? TikTok make billions, Instagram make billions. They don't need this, but they are just allowing it anyway. But in terms of the marketing techniques that these apps like to use, it isn't just kissing and, oh, you can kiss somebody that you like even though they didn't consent to that, even though that is very weird. It isn't just that. Something that I noticed that they like to do is take things that are in the pop culture zeitgeist and use that to promote their app. For example, yeah, they've done a lot of videos with Squid Game memes in them when Season 2 was coming out and was very popular. Then we moved to when Arcane was coming out, it was very popular. They made a video of Echo and Jinx kissing, and that became one of their most popular TikToks. And then there's even one of where Suguru Gato and Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen are kissing, and it's like, fellas, I didn't need an AI app to generate that video for me. We already knew that was going on from behind the scenes. I don't need AI for that one. But then there are also other trends that they've gone with, such as taking old photos of family members and getting them to move. And I believe that this sort of trend is aims towards more older individuals that aren't bothered by Squid Game, or, you know, getting somebody to kiss a photo of another individual. They may miss their parents or their grandparents, and oh my, there's this wonderful app that, you know, takes photos of them and makes them move. They're back. Hello, grandpuppy? No. Your grandpappy's dead, and AI isn't going to generate him back to life.
I saw this app that makes pictures move, so I immediately tried my parents. Oh my god, I brought my parents back to life.
No, you didn't. They're dead, and they're not coming back. And also, why is he winking at me like that? Why is he winking at me like that for? I'm getting flirted with by AI. And I'm deeply concerned by this. I mean, there was that one headline about, you know, if you know the headline I'm talking about, of by 2025 people will be, you know, with robots, and, you know, starting to kind of think that's kind of true. But no, this is very Uncanny Valley, Black Mirror-esque. These aren't real people. This is an AI's depiction of what your parents possibly looked like when they were moving. But honestly, I think this is a disrespect on your parents or grandparents or whoever's photos these are legacy, to take real old classic imagery of some family members or beloved individuals to you and using AI to make them move. It's just beyond weird and disrespectful in my opinion. If I die, please, please,
Actors getting in trouble with the law is trivial these days, but there's something a bit more peculiar about a voice.
Not to scam YouTube.
I'm
Jonesy, and this is the most successful person I know, Peach. I wanted to start a channel with Peach because she is one of my favorite friends to hang out with. But the only way I could convince her to make a channel with me was if I paid her. Unfortunately, YouTube does not pay you to make videos unless you have 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel. And this channel currently has 0. Here's the plan. I've unearthed 2 videos from the Drumsy archives that feature me and Peach doing exactly the type of content that we'll be doing on this channel. I'm going to play them both for you right now, and if you end up watching both, not only help me hoard watch time and
Bots are getting insane, and they promise to transform industries and even entire economies. And thanks to AI, they're accelerating faster than ever. But this one, it can't even walk. Yet these guys keep making them, because it's actually tackling a problem that none of these other machines really solve. And it's actually changing people's lives without AI. I spent the last couple of weeks in Tokyo to try to understand how they're actually doing this. So I want to tell you the story behind this and the story of the founder, because I really think it can change the way that we look at robots and how we experience this strange new world. So my personal curiosity with robots first started a couple of years ago when a humanoid robot accurately guessed my age. And there was something kind of creepy about this experience. I know it's not a human, but it could see, it could reason based on what it saw, and it kind of moves and looks like a human. And maybe I just watched too much sci-fi, but this could come from a real, rational fear of being replaced. According to the study from the World Economic Forum that literally came out last week, AI and robotics will create 170 million new roles by 2030, but it will also displace 92 million jobs. And transitioning all these people to these new types of jobs, it's not really going to be that easy because they require completely different skill sets. So what happens when we start to get more of these robots that can not only do the manual labor, but also see you and reason and talk to you like a person?
Cool. Hi. Can I ask you some questions? Okay. Are you a social person? Ah, shy. Okay.
Yeah. This is Chifuyu, and she is not an AI. She was a space sound operator for 15 years until at the age of 35, she was suddenly diagnosed with a disease called chronic fatigue syndrome.
It makes me exhausted when I walk about 10 meters.
So instead, she uses these avatar robots to work at this cafe in Tokyo, where instead of replacing humans, it creates jobs for a group of people who are typically left behind.
I have a camera on my forehead, so I can see you very well. I'm operating this robot using a laptop PC at home. And I can move my head and hands with a single break.
One last question. Can you tell me one of the weirdest people you met?
It's a very difficult question.
In Japanese, these robots are called bunshin, which translates into dividing the body. The ninja art of bunshin no jutsu means clone technique, where you divide the body into multiple copies and control them. And here at Dawn Cafe, there's 3 different types of bunshins, piloted by people who've lost function of their bodies as paid employees at this cafe. This is Naoki. He has severe heart failure and he's waiting for a heart transplant, and it's a condition that doesn't allow him to work a normal job. There were some awkward moments during this interaction. I'm not in front of the robot, okay?
What did you do before you became an operator? Where are you from?
But bunshin also means alter ego.
Last time you said you were the Japanese Tom Cruise.
I'm more handsome than Tom Cruise. I take out the kettle with my right hand and I will hold the coffee with my left hand. I will turn back to the front. Okay, again. 2, 3. Okay, applause. Thank you for giving more applause. Victory is gone.
Smells very good. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's very good.
Yeah, and that's how a pilot makes coffee. This barista robot is from Kawada Robotics. This is Kawada-san, and his company actually specializes in industrial robots, but somehow they got involved in the cafe.
I believe we met in 2019 at this event called the Live Tokyo. Then Ori-san said there was this one lady who used to be a barista. One day when she was training, her arms didn't work. Then she was diagnosed with ALS. So she lost her job and she's staying home in Nagoya, which is 300 kilos away from here. Ori-san wanted her to be barista again. Engineers are here and she's over there. They never ever met. But she would tell how to knead the hot water, how slowly to press it down. It would be nice movement for the robot to be serving the coffee. And without meeting at all, they created the barista.
Since coming here to Japan, I decided to completely change the direction of the video because I found this to be a much more interesting story. And this seamless collaboration with my team would not have been possible without Milanote, who is also the sponsor of today's video. We use Milanote to organize all of our research from the early brainstorming phase all the way to the scene breakdowns. Just having a visual board clarifies everything, and we can start to make connections that we didn't see before. When we're working remotely, being able to share and edit boards in real time during our meetings makes our collaboration very seamless. It's kind of replaced PDF for us. It's completely free with no time limit, so you can sign up using the link in the description. What I found interesting is that this robot was using human tools, and that's because the Kawada robots are actually designed specifically for an economy like Japan, which is full of small companies who's not quite big enough to buy assembly robots to perform one specific task, because they need someone who can do a variety of things, like painting or packaging. So humans are naturally the best for this kind of job, because we have these amazing things called hands, but Japan also has a shrinking labor force, so these robots are designed to work side by side with humans. It can change hands, and it can reconfigure itself for a variety of tasks. But despite being human-sized, Kawada-san had a very strong opinion on what the robots should look like.
These robots, they look like robots. They don't look, or I don't think they're trying to resemble anything like a human. Is that an intentional design choice, or is it more like economical to design like this?
The robot is a tool. So tools should look like a tool. But for industrial robot, it should say what it cannot do. I mean, the robot is not very smart. That's why the head is so small. Have 2 arms, so it's predictable how it moves. Yes, to answer your question, the appearance is very intentional. Problem with the human-shaped robot is people expect it to be able to do everything, but it really can't. If it resembles too much like a human, people feel it's creepy.
He's talking about the uncanny valley effect, which was coined in the 1970s by the roboticist Masahiro Mori, describing the sensation of discomfort that we feel when confronted with human-like entity. And this graph describes it pretty well. As an artificial being gets closer to human likeness, there's a certain point, just at the point of being almost human, that makes us feel extremely uncomfortable. In that sense, the Orihimes are really well designed. The Orihimes can also be controlled by simply pressing a button or moving it around on your iPad. This is what the pilot can see. And with a simple click, the Orihimes can create gestures and expressions. Some of these people will never have movement of their necks or hands. So for a lot of people, this is the first time they're able to express their emotions like this. But before getting into the robots, I want to tell you a little bit about the person behind this.
そうなってしまっていること自体がすごく申し訳なくって自分なんかいなくてはならん、いない方がいいのにと思ってしまうこと自体がとても辛かったですね。
This is Ori Yoshiguchi, the roboticist behind the Orihimes. He was ill between elementary through middle school, and he was bedridden for about 3.5 years. And during this time, he experienced extreme isolation. So he decided to go into robotics with the core goal of eliminating loneliness.
You're limiting certain things from the design. Was that a part of the design process when you were designing the robots?
私はいくつか、方法を考えるときに人形劇、あるいは、人形浄瑠璃というものが、日本のね、能の世界であって、人形浄瑠璃であったりとか能ですね。
No masks are neutral by design, and they rely entirely on the performer to bring them to life. These three completely different expressions, they're all from the same mask, just viewed from different angles. So a slight tilt of the head, or a change in posture, or the way the light hits the mask can completely transform the expression. The Orihime work in a very similar way. Instead of showing pre-programmed emotions on a face screen, they depend on the pilot's ability to project their feelings through movement. It's not just about pushing buttons. The pilot actually has to align their intent with every pose that they choose. But before even getting into these robots, Ori actually tried a couple different experiments. The first thing he designed was a wheelchair.
人工車椅子を作っていたんですが、車椅子があっても移動ができない人たちにたくさん出会ったことで、やはり車椅子でも参加できない移動困難な人たちが社会に参加できる方法を研究することにしました。
Ori just told me that he realized even high-tech wheelchairs couldn't help people in society. Seems pretty obvious, but I had to move my Airbnb, and I realized there's no elevators. The built environment in Japan is just not designed for accessibility, and I really think that even the most high-tech wheelchair is not going to help.
Hi. As you can see, these robots take up quite a lot of space, and they move along this black line. And, you know, if I was a business, I would want to try to cluster the space as much as possible and pack in as many tables.
But by creating space for the Orihimes to move around, the space actually becomes accessible. In architecture, we actually have a name for this. See, curb cuts were originally put in place for wheelchair users, but actually it ended up helping other groups of people, like people pushing strollers or cyclists. So we call this the curb cut effect. Features designed for specific groups often end up helping a broader population. But it wasn't until he met this online stranger that he started actively developing these robots.
もう今から10年以上前なんですが、寝たきりの、男からメールが来ました。彼は顎を使ってパソコンを使っていたんですよね。人生を想像することができなかったし、私はたった3年半で孤独で苦しんでいたわけですが、20年寝たきりの人が社会に戻れるんだろうか、どうやって参加するんだろうか。
He's talking about Banda, who was in an accident when he was 4 years old, and he was paralyzed from the neck down. So he hired Banda to be his first pilot, to test out the first iteration of the Orihimes.
And how did you feel when you saw him first time using the Orihime?
彼は寝たきりなので首を動かしたこともないし、腕を動かしたこともないんですよね。相づちというものを彼は知りませんでした。
Aizuchi is the thing that Japanese people do that's like, ooh. It's a way of communicating to the other person that you're paying attention. But a lot of it is kind of relying on body language as well. And according to Ori, this helped Banda join the circle of people. So using the Orihimes, Banda could finally communicate and go different places. But there was a key piece that was missing. He didn't have a reason to be at a certain place. And without this purpose, he never felt like he belonged anywhere. And that's where the cafe comes in. At the cafe, they work, They serve people, and they have a routine, and they have a role. The architecture in this case is the glue that ties everything together.
いわば織姫というのはヘッドマウントディスプレイの逆で VR 世界からリアル世界に移くためのツールと言えるかもしれません。大事なことは選択肢があることだと思っています。選択肢がないから人は孤独になってしまったり自分の望まない人生を歩むことになってしまう。
So, in the end, it's about choice. Having a choice is what puts everyone on an equal plane. There was one thing that I noticed while I was there. This was when the cafe was about to close. The Orihimes were chatting amongst themselves. There are things in the physical space that the planned world of the virtual space doesn't provide. You can make little chit chats and you can make conversation, and it's these in-between moments that actually create this human connection. In fact, that's how I came across this cafe, and that's also how Ori and Paoda met each other, because their booths just happened to be next to each other in this conference.
折り紙はね、すごくこう丁寧に綺麗に折らなくてはならないということをよく言われてたんですけど、私はそういうのはあまり好きじゃなかったんですよ。こういう折り方があってもいいんじゃないかということで創作折り紙を10歳ぐらいから始めました、ね、しかしその時に創作折り紙をやっていたことが将来ものづくりにつながりました。なので折り紙は私の原点です。だからオリと名乗ってます。
The world is not perfect. You know, life is messy. And I think these robotic inventions, rather than helping us be more perfect or more efficient, highlights the beauty in the spaces in between.
My name is Koki. I'm serving this table today. I'm operating this robot from my home 360 kilometers away from the cafe in Nihonbashi, Tokyo.
すごい。あ、後ろに来ましたよ。岡山県の方もスーパーってて、もうなんか、そうなんです。
Beacon and High, that's right, are going to be taking a look
Yo, Jonathan here, and today I'll be doing, or rather attempting to do something that I have not done in over 2 years, or over 700 days, which is an absurd sentence to say out loud, but if you caught the most recent Hot Update video, there's still a ton of day-to-day issues that I'm going through, so something as simple as trying to make this video has been a challenge. Definitely check that video out, it's linked up here and down below if you want to catch up on the current state of things, but one of the bigger things that I deal with on top of the eyes and brain stuff that I talked about is a lot of nerve problems and nerve pain that specifically lives in the face and back of head / neck area. So the occipital kind of part of my head I would equate to it feeling like someone sticks a screwdriver in the back of your skull. And the pain's one thing, but I think the bigger problem or the bigger struggle that kind of gives me a challenge every day is the lightheaded and dizziness that comes along with it. Inside this box are the OpenFit 2 from Shox, which are brand new and debuted this week at CES. So huge thank you to Shox for partnering with me and allowing me to showcase and debut these alongside with you. And
The whole reason I'm outside here doing this is alongside the box, they also presented a challenge to get outside and do something that I hadn't done before, or in my case, something that I haven't done in a really long time. So as I open this up, the thing I haven't been able to do over the last couple of years is run. So my challenge to myself was just to simply see if, hey, could you run a mile straight through consistently without stopping? And I know that sounds a bit silly, but you know, walking is something that I still have to push myself to do just because of the state of, again, lightheadedness, dizziness. And I know conditioning is one thing, but it's almost similar to that feeling where you get up really quick and you almost see stars. That's there pretty much 24/7 throughout the day. You wake up with it, you go to sleep with it. So I'm at this point where I'm trying to push and just see if I can break past this point, because it's definitely been frustrating to say the least. So within this gift pack, there is a Shox Open Fit 2 case cover, which looks clean, a fanny pack, because everybody needs a fanny pack, and of course the Open Fit 2 in beige, which I am super excited to check out. These also do come in black, so if you want to join me and get out and move, I have the second pair that'll be given away. Just drop a comment letting me know how you'll be using these, how you'll get out there. And it's not required, but if you feel like being awesome, make sure to drop a like as well. So here's a quick look at the case cover, which not only gives you an added layer of protection, but it also gives you a lanyard option too if you want to clip this onto something. Fanny pack time is up next. Shout out to The Rock, Dwayne. You know, if you want to borrow this, let me know. It's actually clean. Usually, sometimes with these gift packs, I would say the quality isn't always up to par, but this is legitimately cool. Last but not least, the Open Fit 2. One thing that I have noticed, just kind of going through everything I've gone through, is with that lightheaded, kind of dizzy feeling, I've actually come to really appreciate open ear design headphones because it doesn't make you feel as trapped. And that's part of what makes these so appealing, is you're still getting great sound quality, but they're not actually going inside your ear, distracting, which is going to lead to better comfort, but also you're not feeling like you're enclosed or completely closed off from the world. If you're someone who's always dealt with in-ear style headphones, then it's a little bit different to get used to, because you're like, oh, it's not going in my ear. Is that technically correct? But once you kind of throw them on, you'll quickly see how comfortable they are. And I think the other added benefit here is I have the headphones on and I'm not screaming because I can still hear myself talking. First impressions are, again, just like every other Shox experience, they're extremely comfortable, they feel really well built, and again, I do really appreciate the fact that they're not closed off and kind of making me feel just like I'm sucked in. So I do really, really, really enjoy that. I'm gonna dive a little deeper into the sound quality in a second, but I think I just kind of want to throw myself into the pool without floaties and just see if I can do this. Yes, I'm nervous to see if I can complete it or finish it, but I think there's also that fear of how I'm gonna feel afterwards, because something as simple as walking every day is something that I do struggle with, where the slightest movement, or if I sleep wrong, that could then make the next day worse with that lightheaded and dizziness. And again, I'm at this point where I want to push myself, so it seems fitting with the challenge from Shox to at least make that jump. So, post-run, definitely had to take more than a minute. I'm not going to say that was more challenging than I thought it was, because honestly it was probably as challenging, if not more, than I thought it would be. Again, trying to get through your day and through simple tasks with that lightheaded and dizziness and nerve pain is challenging enough, and then throwing in the running, that just amplifies things to a completely different level. So I would say probably about halfway in, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue the entire way without stopping or giving into walking, but I just wanted to push through. And it's such a weird thing, just being someone before this who was kind of always into some sort of fitness or sports growing up. Just breaking things down to a simple task again before this, just walking every day, or in this case, what used to be at least towards the simpler side, to run a mile and have it be such a struggle or challenge like today. It's just different, man. When I went into this, I think in my head, my goal was to see if I could get it sub 10 minutes, because that seemed at least to a point where I could hold myself to know that, hey, if you do it in this pace, that's going to show that you're not stopping or walking or even speed walking for that. So to get it under 10, I think feels really good. I've definitely tried to push myself more and more to at least get something as basic as walking in, but I definitely miss the feeling you get after cardio or basketball or just being able to sweat. So this was nice to be able to do that. Getting back to the headphones and the open fit too, I think that's kind of a testament to, one, how comfortable they are. The fact that I'm sitting here talking, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing headphones, and that's something that I noticed as I was doing the run. They have a flexible ear hook, so on top of already just being comfortable off the bat, sitting and kind of floating on your ear, having that additional level of flex and fit just kind of takes the comfort up a notch. These are also packed with an ultra soft silicone, which looks to be their second iteration of that. And I think the lightweight combined with the ear hook and the silicone, it's just a different level of comfort. And I think when you take all of that and you combine that with their open ear technology, when I was running, at a certain point you kind of forget that they're even on your head. I think with most traditional earbuds, just simply because they're physically in your ear, you're going to know that they're there. But with these and the open ear tech, at a certain point during the run, combined again with how lightweight they are, it kind of just felt like the music was appearing out of nowhere. Again, in my case, with how I feel, I extra appreciate being able to maintain situational awareness and not have that closed off feeling. So being able to get out here and move and run and hear my surroundings, whether it's someone behind me or in front of me, and not feel like I'm all tied off, being able to focus on things like posture or breathing, that's a huge deal right now. At some point during every one of my days right now, I'm doing some sort of eye and brain rehab or therapy, and I can see this being a huge part of that. Being able to listen to a video or a podcast or music and have it be there, but not completely in the way or have you closed off from other things that you need to be aware of. I could easily see wearing these for hours and hours on end with no discomfort or fatigue because of how lightweight and comfortable they are. So whether you want to get out and be more active and walk or run or exercise, or just use these in the house or office environment, they're going to excel at all of that. Now, of course, no matter how comfortable they are, no matter how good they look, no matter how long the battery lasts, if they don't sound good, none of that really matters. And I think Shokz absolutely delivers here as well. There's a couple things going on between their dual boost and OpenBass 2.0 technology, but all that fancy tech talk aside, what you're getting is a surprising amount of low end, not only low end, but a really well-balanced sound, again, with something that should not sound that way. So I do want to notate that don't go into checking these out expecting like they're going to sound like in-ear headphones. They're a completely different beast. If you're someone who's used in-ear headphones, or maybe don't like the idea of headphones altogether because of that locked-in feeling, these are definitely a super nice alternative. More than anything, I just want to thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. It really does mean a lot. Thank you to Shokz for supporting the channel, allowing me to kick off this product with you guys in a different way, and also challenge myself because, like I talked about recently in that update video, it's been tough, man, and I think just little simple everyday things that you took for granted or just seemed like they were simple, basic, and easy, to have them not be that definitely messes with your mind. So this absolutely turned into a bit of a ramble, but it was good to get out here, as odd as it feels right now, just to get out and do something and to finish it, because like I said, I did try to shoot this multiple times and wasn't able to, so to be able to push through and do it it's something. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like. Check these out linked below, along with my most recent videos and ways you can support the channel. Other than that, I will catch you guys later.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Friday. We are going to be building a pretty unique computer today. This does not happen very often, but we have a spectacular theme for our build, and you're going to know exactly what it is when, hey, Jake, what happened to that lower third? When I put the lower third up. Click 9. There it is. Oh, yeah. Sponsored by Gigabyte, we are doing the all orange and black PC. Yes, my friends, that is the theme today. Look at all the boxes for these components. Brandon, you're up. We've got an orange and black mouse pad box. We've got an orange and black liquid cooler box. Orange and black graphics card box. We got an orange and black motherboard box. We got an orange and black mouse box. Orange and black RAM box. Orange and black SSD, orange and black keyboard, orange and black power supply, and these two boxes are brown, yes, but I assure you that on the inside, they're orange and black. The actual theme today is this is the all Aorus machine. So Gigabyte's gaming brand Aorus has pretty much every component of your PC covered now, with the one exception being this. The 10th gen Intel Core i9 CPU that is going to be at the heart of our machine today. As you can tell, I am broadcasting from the studio. I am so glad to be coming to you guys from the studio. I am so tired of shooting things at home, but I have been completely cough-free, symptom-free for 2 weeks, and I just want to come hang out with my tech bros here at work. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Why don't we get started right off the hop here? I actually don't really have any particular talking points from Gigabyte, so I guess I just build the computer, right? All right, cool, let's do it. I've got my chats open, got my float plane, my Twitch, and whoa, that was almost awesome. I still have my mouse over there. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay. I just learned something about my XPS 13 2-in-1. This is fascinating. This is very interesting. So when I lift it up by this corner, you see that? It clicks the mouse pad. See that? So I almost ended the stream because my mouse is still over the end stream button. We're not going to be doing that today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we will, but later. So I'm going to put this... I'm going to put the case away for now. And... I'm going to put this safely over here where I can monitor all your wonderful, wonderful chat messages that you guys are sending over. So why don't we start? Brandon, you're probably going to have to reposition at some point to get a better angle on the motherboard here. Yeah, you got a lot of zoom on that, I'll tell you. Is that... There's a giveaway. What? What is a G32QC? Help me out here. Oh, it's this one. Oh, cool. 32-inch gaming monitor. Apparently we're giving one of these away. How did they enter? In the video description, 165 hertz, it's curved, sick. I mean, we're gonna try it out later, so I'll let you guys know if it's any good. But I mean, hey, price is right. No matter, it's probably good. Price is right. Price is right. So we got that giveaway. Check that out in the video description. Just a reminder, for that FCC disclosure, this video is sponsored by Gigabyte, the all Aorus build. Wow, that is a heavy-tastic motherboard. Holy crapsicles. You got your backplate here. Do you want to turn that monitor so Brandon can see which one I'm looking at? Otherwise he's gonna be all focused and I'm not actually on his camera. So we've got a backplate there, we've got all the features that you'd expect out of Intel's 10th gen platform. So we've got a Z490 chipset. We've got, I'm gonna pop back over to Brandon's camera here. Support for dual channel memory, socket 1200 over here. That is a new socket, unfortunately. We are expecting to at least get a CPU upgrade on that socket, so that's something, I suppose. We've got a couple of M.2s over here. I actually don't know if there is a third one under here. It kind of looks like it. You know what, we're going to pop that heatsink off later and let you guys know how many M.2 slots we've got over here. This is a slightly... Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's nice. Standard ATX board, 2 8-pin power connectors, and support for 3 16X cards installed at a time. Bear in mind though, guys, that because this is on the consumer platform, those are not actually electrical 16x slots. So this is 16x, and then if you install one here, these will be 8x, 8x, and then this one right here is a 4x slot. You can tell by how it's wired up. Let's go ahead and get our CPU installed. I don't want to put my... Someone want to start a rival to Gigabyte, Terabyte. That would be awesome. Gigabyte should just do that at some point. Like, you know how eventually pretty much every brand will kind of like go through and do like a reimagining of their brand or something like that? Like if Gigabyte was just like, you know what? Gigabyte used to seem like a lot, but it's just really not that much anymore. We gotta step up our game, and they just completely rebrand the company to Terabyte. I would love it. And the best part is that unlike a lot of the naming schemes that we deal with these days, Intel, it just has such an obvious, you know, place to go from there, right? Like you don't really run out. You go, okay, yeah, so in another 20 years we're just gonna rebrand to, you know, petabyte, then we'll go to exabyte, and then to I actually don't even know what's past exabyte. I'm sure the chat would be happy to let me know. Do you want to come in a little bit closer, Brandon? Get a bit of a better view of our install? Yottabyte, that's right. Thanks, Jake. This is actually my first time installing an LGA 1200 CPU. Here it is, we've got our Core i9-10900K. Try and get you guys a good angle there so you can read it. There we go. Anthony did the installs for our 10th gen CPU review. And that was pretty much exactly like an 11.5X CPU install. Yep, just got a few more pins in there. Very exciting. Yottabyte. What comes after Zeta? Zeta, then Yotta. Oh, other way around. Apparently it's Zettabyte, then Yottabyte, Jake. You were guessing. Alright, no. Alright. I think we're good, right? Everything look good? Jake's working on a pretty cool video, so there's like a big security, I don't know, what would you even call it? It's not really like a hack, it's like an exploit, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. Every iPhone can be jailbroken. This is the first time in quite a while, isn't it? So this was, and apparently it's like super easy. Yeah. So Jake's been working on a video about that because he was pretty into the whole jailbreaking scene a number of years ago, like back when it kind of made sense. Back when you were 12, yeah, so, man, that must have been like at least a year ago. at least a year ago. Alright, this is something I found a little bit surprising. Gigabyte makes system memory now. And it's funny because with a name like Gigabyte, you would have thought they'd have gotten into the storage game a long time ago. But no. Nope. Gigabyte finally makes system memory. So this is their RGB. I believe it runs at 3600 megahertz. And what's the latency? Wait a minute. What are we even looking at here? Oh, interesting. I've heard of these before, but never actually used them. Check this out. See how many pins there are along the bottom of that module? Interesting, hey? All the pins are missing. So this is the ultimate memory kit for shallow people. I love it. So this package actually contains the memory. Here we go, let's pop this open. That seems to be kind of sealed shut. No, it's not. Alright, cool. So this package actually contains the memory. So I'll double check my specs here. Yep, these are 3600 megahertz, C18, 18, 19, 39, 1.3, yep, okay. So these should be a great fit for this CPU. And then the other ones are actually just placeholders so that our system will look ballin' and will have as much RGB as possible. Freaking fantastic. I know, right? Isn't that great? So let's go ahead and put the actual memory in. This is so cool. Gigabyte, good job. Okay, check this out. So all the slots are labeled. So you've got your A1, A2, B1, and B2. But then they helpfully just put it right here. First, A2 and B2. That's not very intuitive for a lot of new builders. Now, the general rule that you can follow on almost any motherboard is you populate spaced out by one. So every other slot as far away from the CPU as you can go. So you start at the outside one, skip one, take the next one, skip one, take the next one. That's the general rule. I know I broke that rule on one of my previous PC building streams. That was not intentional. I do know that rule. But it's really nice for new builders who would have to otherwise consult the manual to just have those little helpful things just silk screened onto the motherboard in the first place, because why not? It doesn't cost, by the time you're silk screening the PCB, it doesn't really cost you any extra to silk screen more stuff on it, which is why it's always confused me when motherboard manufacturers don't bother to do things like silk screen the labels. Here you go, the labels for the front panel connectors. In this case, Gigabyte has done that. So you can see right below all these panel connectors, you can see plus minus for hard drive, power LED, power switch, reset switch, and all that good stuff. I absolutely love little creature comforts like that make the building process easier and more enjoyable. Alright, let's pull out an iFixit kit. I promised you guys I would find out how many M.2 slots this board has, and the easy way to do that would be to look at the box. But this is Linus Tech Tips. We don't take the easy path around here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and undo this screw. We're going to go ahead and undo this other screw. And this one's labeled, so I'm expecting to find an M.2 110mm slot here. So there's one. You can really see that Gigabyte optimized this board for storage here. You've only got the 3 PCI Express slots, but then you've got all these M.2 slots, so I'm imagining that I'm going to find a couple more. It's really nice to see that 110mm M.2 as well. Oh shoot, I didn't switch over to Brandon there, I should have. It's really nice to see that 110mm compatibility, because I recently did a build, actually another one of these streams, where I was using an Intel Optane drive, and I didn't realize until, what point in the build did I get to? Quite a ways in. I was installing storage anyway, that my Optane drive wasn't going to fit, because it was a 110mm drive, and all of the slots on the board were 80mm max. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and have a look at what's under this heatsink here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yep. 2 more down there. That is flippin' sick. So that's where all your PCI Express lanes are going, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Anthony, what's up? Peel the RAM? Oh no, I didn't peel the RAM. Okay, I'm sorry. I will peel the RAM in just a moment here. After I put away all these M.2 slots, because we're actually not using them, which is pretty funny to me.
I'm gonna go pull up a chair.
You are? You don't have to. It's fine. I'm good. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you have literally nothing better to do, then you can do that. Otherwise, I got this. It's fully under control. I will monitor the chat at least once every 15 minutes. So if I have no audio for 14 minutes, you'll know why. It's because it happened to die right between that 15-minute interval. Yeah, L-roll for MacBook would be great. Anthony just finished up our MacBook Pro 13-inch 2020 review, and I'm disappointed, because we've actually had... Hey, Anthony, we've been on a bit of a roll for MacBooks lately, right? Yeah, like we liked other than the butterfly key switches, we liked the Core i9 refresh, and then we liked the 16-inch Pro. We really liked that. We were pretty positive on the new MacBook Air, and then all of a sudden, this new MacBook Pro 13-inch, we were like a little disappointed, honestly, a little disappointed. Here, let's go ahead and peel this RAM. There you go. You guys happy? You feel better? You feel better? Alright. I'm not even going to do the other 3. I Alright. I'm gonna throw the stuff that I already installed in this box. Okay, so our motherboard is pretty much prepped because we're actually gonna be using a full-sized, their RGB add-in card NVMe SSD. This is actually the one that I'm using in my own system. I've been perfectly happy.
Everyone that watches my videos on YouTube Shorts is like, oh, TikTok and the app dog is insane. Why do you even have TikTok installed? It's not that crazy. You're just 45. Literally cannot go wrong with this combo. I use Apple Sports a lot. Calm down. You use Apple Sports for what? Apple Sports doesn't do anything. It is the most useful sports app. Also, I don't know what you're doing. That's insane. Usually I would hate out folders in the app dock, but that's actually not too bad. I have like 5 legitimately useful apps and you only have one folder. Except, what are these games? Drop cool. This is unique, but I'm not going to make fun of it. Phone, texting, Spotify, and Opera GX. So I don't see many people using Opera on iPhone, but hey, it's cool. Is this an Android tablet home screen? Shazam? Okay. And then he said this is to invert the colors. When are you doing it? Just sell your phone. It finally happened. An Android home screen that actually looks good. You know what time it is. Everyone that watches my videos on YouTube Short.
Late 2024, an officer in Ohio was out on patrol and he spotted a blue Toyota driving southbound with expired plates. Further investigation revealed that the registered owner's driver's license had been suspended and she had an active warrant for theft. Here's what the officers did next.
We'll be stopped just before the overpass here.
From Marissa Amherst Police Department. So the reason I stopped you, I ran your plate. Your owner of the vehicle's coming back is suspended. Are you Brittany by chance? Who are you? Okay, do you have your license on you? You do not? What's your name? Do you have like any form of ID on you? No, I don't. Okay. Do you have a valid license or? You do? Okay. What's your social security number? What? Do you know your social security number? No. So where are you guys heading tonight? I'll take you here next. Okay. Okay. And how old are you? No, you. No, you. You're 25? Okay. Give me 1 second. My partner's coming. I'm gonna check. The driver said she's 25. Does not look like it. Doesn't know her social. I couldn't see the picture, the DMV picture of the chick at 51, so I just waited for you to back up. Yeah, back up and I'm yeah, appreciate it. That's not her. That's not you. You're Brittany. Okay, so we're gonna have you step out of the vehicle. All right, you're under arrest. Put the phone down. Or give it to your daughter. We'll worry about her. She'll be fine.
Okay, honestly, it's the only reason you need to be here.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I just couldn't hear you.
All right, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Do you have like any form of ID on you? Does she have somebody that can pick her up? What was that? Okay. You got anything in your pockets? I'm not gonna like reach in or anything, but. I don't got you. They likely are. Who can pick her up? We need to take her back to the police department. She can get picked up.
She can get picked up. I just have to call.
Okay, we'll work on that. Yeah. Let's make sure that they want you first, but in the event, we'll you're taken care of. Okay. Is there anything that you need besides your phone? You have a wallet or?
Yeah, I got. There's my wallets in there, and then my husband's wallet.
Your husband's wallet too?
Yeah,
Okay.
that way I don't have to call.
We'll get that. So we'll go. Alright, Brittany, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. The right to talk to an attorney and have him or her present before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand these rights as I presented them to you? Okay. Alright, take a seat now. Is there anything illegal in your car? Okay. Would you be okay if we looked? Okay. Well, we're gonna figure out something with your daughter, okay?
Can I just make sure I know what's going on?
Absolutely. I mean, that's your kid.
That's the only reason that
Okay.
I knew I had a warrant out and I didn't want her to go.
You do realize you committed an offense there, right?
Yeah, I get it. I didn't want my daughter, you know what I mean?
I understand that.
I get it.
So,
I'm sorry. But I'm sorry.
yeah. Who's that's your actual sister? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was a major red flag when you said you didn't know your social security number, so. What we're gonna do is, if they do want her, we're just waiting to hear back on that, so here any minute, we'll take your daughter back to our station in the front lobby and you can pick her up on it. Okay. We'll turn you back over to your daughter and I'll let you know for sure if they want her and then we'll get that ball rolling, okay? Okay, you're welcome. Yep, here she is. She's still on top. Yeah. She has a warning. Yeah. I'll just not close you for you. I appreciate it. Yeah, just radio the floor and let's just wait to make sure that they want her first. Afterwards, I'll get her Emerson in the back of my car. Yeah. I'm at least gonna. She lied to me, so I'll charge her with it. Yeah. Well, hold on. You want to start your, good DUS, let's start plates, or are you doing anything with that? She's suspended, right? Yeah, she is suspended. I hit her with the suspension. Yeah. So, why don't you start on that real quick, that ticket? Yeah. I'll set up. We can either do the 90 turnaround, or if it's easier for them to use the gas station up in the office. Okay. You think they can juvenile? I'll get her. Okay. You have no ID on you, though? Where's your wallet at? Okay. Did you see if her wallet's in her? I didn't even ask you. I didn't ask her. Okay. Sweetie, I'll let you step out. I'll take Mom's phone. Can you grab her wallet too? Or take that. Which one? Okay. I'm just gonna take you to your house with Dad. That's all we're doing. So I just gotta have you go in my car. Mom's in a different car. Okay? What's that, baby? I'll get that for you. Absolutely. Yep. I just don't want you to get hit. So you tell me what you need, and we'll do that. So this stuff is Mom's. Yeah, I'll get you there. Sorry you gotta go through this, but she's not gonna be gone very long. I can go to court with this on this. I got this for you, and then did you want her to have your phone, or do you want your phone?
I want my phone. She can take my phone.
Oh, she can take this? Okay. I want you to have this. I will take her phone when you're done. And then you need this one, or you need this. This. Do you need anything else out of here?
It's that bag too. Let's just put it.
Where'd you guys go? Okay. this? No. Sweetie, give me her phone. What? Okay, did this just come from? Okay, so this is already yours? Yeah. Think that? Okay. Like this bag or the? Not this one, just. Here, just move over a little bit. I gotta look through this real quick. Is that your inhaler? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You doing okay right now? Okay. You know, those are my favorite snacks too. I'm just grabbing to do that. What else do you need? What's that, babe? Just okay, you got it. Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else? No. Okay, let me, your blanket? Here you go. Alright, I'm gonna be carrying some of this. Yep, I got it. Here. We'll go back to that second car, okay? And that's mom's phone. Right? Okay. Well, if you need anything, I can still get it for you, but we'll get this stuff back. Go ahead. Pull that or make sure it works. Yeah. So, I was getting stuff from the daughter. Yeah, and all this stuff. Okay. So I asked her, I said, is there a receipt for any of this? She was reluctant, but she said no. She said no. So they just came from Kohl's. So I'm sure that this got swiped because there's no bag or anything. I'm gonna call Lorraine real quick. Okay. Did we Miranda's or no? I'm Miranda's. Okay. I'm just gonna ask her about this stuff real quick and, I mean, Stephen's home property. Yeah. She was drug issue too, so I just called from it too, but what was that? Yeah, so there's this stuff. Brand new. Yeah. Good catch on that. Well, I wanted to help that little girl out get her stuff, and yeah, like, so, if you want to ask her real quick, I'll be with you. Okay. Let's see what. Alright. So, we're helping your daughter get some stuff out of the car. There's a bunch of clothes with tags on them still. There's no bags, there's no receipt. Your daughter said you guys just got back from Kohl's. What's up with that? You have a receipt? No bag or anything like that stuff for the payment? How did you pay for that?
That's something I don't know. I just gotta make it. I mean, have you guys got any reports?
What's that?
I said, is there any reports?
Well, I'm gonna call. I gotta call now, but I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, no, I just do it now.
And what is this original warrant for?
I don't remember. It was from like 2023 court case.
You have no idea what the original charges were?
I believe it was for stuff, honestly,
Okay,
with apples.
Do you see?
I get it, I understand.
Here's what I have some trouble too. This poor girl is upset because mom already lied. This car's getting towed. She just told me you guys came from Kohl's, which you say was just makeup and stuff, but you don't even have a receipt for that. You just throw the receipt away as soon as you leave. As soon as you get out the front door. It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I understand how it looks like.
YouTube on it?
Yeah.
How did you purchase it? So would you have a transaction on your card, on your phone? Like through your bank? What's that? Seems to always be an answer to it.
So we're gonna call Kohl's and we're gonna contact LPD and see if they have any. So they're gonna check. They'll check the cameras. So I mean, he's already lied to us a bunch of times. So.
Had any thoughts on Kohl's? Go through the rest of the car.
Yeah,
Let's put all this. I don't know if the book bag's part of it, but that certainly is. That makes no sense. No, it was a 10-year-old daughter. Yep. I don't know. Let me grab you some bullets. All right, you want bullets for your car or? Yeah. Because she's got a drug history. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. She's got hundreds of dollars worth of clothes. She bought them a few months ago. I had the daughter, she's 10 years old. She said they just came from Kohl's. So when I asked Mom that, she said, well, I just bought her some makeup. No receipts. Can't pull up the transaction on her card or anything. So I don't believe her. But the daughter said, this little girl said they just came from there. So we'll see if they had anything. She already lied. The original warrant, I said, she wouldn't even tell me what the original warrant was for. And I finally got to it. It's for theft. I mean, but I'm trying to, just nothing makes sense. She kind of hasn't answered everything, so I feel bad for the girl, but yeah, it's probably like maybe, some of these sweatshirts are $65. Those are expensive too.
Apparently, Acura has just released the R6 nameplate. Yeah, that one. And I had just woken up this morning and I had seen it, and I was like, oh. But this is going to be a very different video, not necessarily talking just about the specs and the overall design of the car, but more importantly, we need to talk about his nameplates. What's up, guys? My name is Chris, and welcome to The Breakdown, where we talk about everything car news and reviews. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, always, and of course, welcome back. Just this morning, Acura released their all-new coupe-like performance SUV titled the RSX. Now, for those of us who were there, the RSX used to be a Civic-based liftback that was pretty much a border racer that could be afforded by the average working man. This new one is going to be completely different, and consumption. We see some movies, we see some music. At some point, somebody goes back and trails the roundabout to pull back out that old good stuff to give you that good feeling, because we saw the sales. But overall, I don't hate this design. I think it looks really good for what it is. I just don't think it's an RSX. And I think that's probably going to be the conflict in many enthusiast minds. And we'll just have to see when
It is brought to you by Grainger Warranty, your #1 online source for factory-backed extended warranties in the country.
This is a new and refreshed 2025 Ford Maverick, and people say that it's not really a pickup truck.
But we're going to find out today just how capable of a truck it is, because we have behind it the maximum that this truck is rated to tow.
Yes, exactly. We loaded it with 4,000 pounds of trailer, and we're going to do the world's toughest towing test the Ike Gauntlet.
The trailer we're pulling today is our Aluma car hauler trailer that we got from Rifle Truck and Trailer here in Colorado. This trailer weighs about 2,000 pounds. It's a really nice unit with some really cool features. And on top of the trailer deck, we have our Honda Acme that weighs also about 2,000 pounds. So in total, we should be right at that 4,000 pound mark.
There is a reason why this 2025 Ford Maverick is a very important pickup.
Yeah, this is a new configuration, one that we've been wanting to see for quite a while. This is the hybrid with all-wheel drive, which didn't used to be available, but now it is.
Exactly. That's why TFL Truck used our own money. We paid full sticker price, and we'll talk about price later.
Yep. For
this truck, this is going to be our long-term vehicle.
Yeah.
We're going to be using it for next many, many months. And this is the Ike. And the downhill portion of the Ike, we're just about to come out of the tunnel, is all about downhill performance and control, which is the most important.
This is hugely important, especially if you live in a mountainous area like we do here in Colorado. People ask us often, why does it matter how many brake applications you have to do on this downhill stretch of I-70 here in the mountains? The reason it matters is because if your vehicle isn't very good at slowing down the trailer and the weight that it's rated to tow,
yes,
then you could get to a point where your brakes start to lose their efficacy. So we want to see how good these vehicles are at slowing down the weight behind them in an environment like this versus how much we have to use our brakes. And there's a certain strategy you use for that.
So we usually go between 50 miles an hour and 60 miles an hour. So I just popped out of the tunnel. There's a lot of traffic today. There was an accident. We just popped out of the tunnel at 50 miles an hour-ish. And as soon as we reach 61, so just over the speed limit,
yep,
I'm going to apply my brakes, and we're going to count those events.
Exactly. So we'll keep track of how well this truck does, and we can compare it against other trucks that are out there on the market. It's a benchmark that we use for people who are interested in towing, and especially towing in the mountains.
We have an advantage. We also have an electric motor and also a small battery. And when electric motors, are going downhill or coasting, they're regenerating some energy.
So theoretically, that should help us on the downhill, because a lot of times when you have a smaller motor, and we're about to have our first brake application here since exiting the tunnel.
There we go.
So that's brake application number one. A lot of times when you're in a vehicle with a small displacement motor, like this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, the vehicle doesn't do a very good job at slowing down the mass behind it. However, this having the regeneration and electric motor side of the hybrid system might actually help us keep this weight slowed down.
Until the battery is fully charged, right? As soon as the battery buffer basically is fully charged, there is nowhere to put the energy anymore, right? And this is an 8-mile stretch. So we may see a point where the electric motor is no longer useful to us on the way down. When you buy a brand new pickup truck like this 2025 Maverick, and you want to keep it for a long time, you should consider factory-backed extended warranties. And we have the answer, because our friends at GrangerWarranty.com can have you covered. They're the most popular online seller of factory-backed, so Ford-backed extended warranties, so you can cover yourself into the future for your powertrain, your electronics, some other elements, and service your truck across the country at any dealership, and you could save around $1,000 on that warranty while doing it. Check them out using the link in the description below. Keith, do you like this eruption green color?
I do, and it's actually given this truck the nickname Green Bean.
Yeah, we'll call it Project Green Bean. But underneath the hood, this is their latest hybrid system. This one is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder gasoline Atkinson cycle engine, which means it's one of the more efficient configurations. But it also has a CVT and an electric motor.
Yeah, and a lot of high voltage cables. And the total system output combined is about 191 horsepower. And I gotta say, we are at very high elevation.
Yeah.
We've got the maximum load behind this. I think today's test is going to be a real challenge for this powertrain.
Exactly, but you have an electric motor, which the electric motors don't care about elevation.
Now, another cool thing about the way that this truck is configured is we got it with a max tow package, which does add a little bit of cost to it, but it brings our tow rating up to 4,000 pounds, which also for a vehicle this size is a pretty decent number.
Exactly, because this is similar to a compact crossover like a Bronco Sport,
yeah,
a RAV4, a Honda CR-V, you know, any number of little crossovers. Sorry, I had to use a tiny bit of brake because there was traffic here. I'm not going to count that.
No. But we're doing a decent job right now of maintaining speed. We're at 57 miles an hour, and it's at least at this pitch holding that. So the steepest portions of this run are about 7%.
7% grade.
Grade, which is a pretty steep grade for any stretch of highway anywhere here in the States.
Especially in the interstate highways.
Yeah.
There are some smaller, side highways that may be steeper.
Yeah.
But as far as an interstate, that's why it's the world's toughest test.
And at the top, we get up above 11,000 feet. So really, any truck that performs well towing its maximum on this stretch of highway is probably going to perform pretty well anywhere you're realistically going to tow.
I think we're about to hit our second. There we go.
Yeah.
That's our second brake application.
Which again, not bad. I think so far we're doing pretty well.
I would agree.
How does it feel in terms of stability?
Dude, it actually feels really good. I was a little worried about this because the pickup by itself weighs just a little over 4,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So as soon as you double the weight of the truck, right, or the trailer, it starts to worry me. But right now, I'm really impressed. It's really stable, also comfortable, right? Not hitting the box stops. Very comfortable.
And it looks like we've got a bit of a slowdown here at the bottom.
How many was that, 2?
That was 2.
Okay.
Until this. Now this is one of the tough things about filming in the real world. We can't control these roads. They're public roads. And this kind of thing happens. I-70 is a hugely popular highway. This is how you get to all the ski resorts here in Colorado from the Front Range, from the Denver and Boulder area. Now we covered so far 5 miles.
But that's including a little bit of the tunnel.
A little bit of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But we did there more than half of our downhill stretch.
Yeah, so there was about maybe 4 miles.
Yeah.
And 2 brake applications.
Yeah.
So if that continued, that's a really good performance.
Yeah, if you extrapolate out and even give it a little bit of a buffer.
Let's say 5.
Let's say it was
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or even 6 brake applications. That's really not bad. There's some HD trucks with exhaust brakes that pull better numbers than that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at a lot of even mid-sized trucks, a step above this,
yeah,
they don't typically handle their maximum towing capacity as well as this was.
For example, we've seen like 10 brake applications in the mid-sized truck, or maybe even 12.
Yeah, 10 is not a very good number. Something like 3 or 4 would be really good.
Yeah.
So this is in that range of at least good, if not really good.
Exactly.
Andre, one of the differences here on the new 2025 Maverick is the refresh on the interior. And front and center, we have this huge, over 13-inch screen.
Yeah, it looks actually nice, way better, I think, than what they had before.
It's sharp. It's pretty much straight up and down, and from our perspective, it almost looks like it's tipped down a little bit. I wish it was laying back a little, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, high resolution. I think I did it because of glare.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope, but it's a little awkward. But what's not awkward is actually towing tech. So this is the same across all 4 pickup trucks. If you're in the Ranger, if you're in the F-150, if you're in the Super Duty, you have these towing pages, and I think they're some of the best in the business. Like we defined our trailer I-4000 right now, and you could check, you could manage trailers, you could check it out, you can look at some data. For this trailer, for example, trailer brake controller is included in this truck, which is also amazing. It's really cool.
Yeah, and we've got some really nice features like trailer sway mitigation. some trickle-down technology from the bigger trucks into this that make it actually pretty convenient.
Yeah, right there. And trailer connection notification. There's also trailer light check. And also over here, if I select on my steering wheel, I can go down and I have another towing page I can look at while driving right here, which kind of lets me know my gauge and my kind of how level my truck is right here.
And then in our drive modes, we do also, of course, have a towing mode.
Which we're using. So for this test, we're always in Copilot mode. This truck is an XLT, which means it's a mid-grade, most popular one probably, and it's got a few options. It's all-wheel drive. But look at the payload. It's still very impressive. With 1,367 pounds. So if you even look at mid-sized trucks or even some full-size half-tons, some of those trucks may have less payload than this little baby Maverick, which is very impressive for an all-wheel drive hybrid truck like this. As always, we're using our O2 aluminum weight-safe pitch. It's height adjustable, it's very lightweight, also quite heavy duty, and it has an awesome feature. It tells us exactly the ton load on this hitch, which is around 500 pounds, maybe between 400 and 500 pounds, which is ideal because you want about 10% of your trailer total weight on the hitch to make it a stable load. And because it's height adjustable, we were able to make everything kind of nice and level between the trailer and the truck. Check out the link in the description below, way-safe.com/TFL, and check these hitches out. So it was very impressive being on the way down.
Yeah.
But now we want to see how it climbs.
And this is where things are going to get interesting because this is quite the climb we've got coming up.
All right, you ready? I'm going to be at 35. I'm going to reset at the sign now.
All right. Clock is started. It does not sound good on
So that's the CVT.
Tell me when you hit 65.
It's 50. Yeah, we're going to measure at 35 miles per hour to 60.
That was about 17 seconds.
Wow, that's probably not the best time we've ever had.
No. Look, this powertrain is really efficient, especially when you're driving around day-to-day, unladen, and especially around the city.
Yeah.
EPA rates this at about 40 mpg, so
in the city, which is insane.
It's a really good number, especially factoring that this also has all-wheel drive. But this powertrain is not as well suited for